Florida Flurries, people. Welcome to the Progressive Discussions Open Topic Talk. I'm here with my co-host who is now residing in Clearwater, Florida, and he's expecting the Tampa, Florida Flurries. And the weather is really strange.
80% chance that we're gonna get some flurries. So
Eighty percent chance, and
I'm on the lookout.
like that guy. Whatever the hell his name, that guy, that meteorologist from down in Florida was explaining how
Who?
the flurries will come about. He said
Yeah.
cold
Do you know his
Arctic
name?
blast, some Italian sounding name, but it's cold. The Arctic cold front from the north passing
It's
over
coming from the North
warm
Pole.
water uh, in the Gulf, and you know, cold air and warm water joint combining again. It's happening, son of a bitch. What gas cable company? I mean, I'm not on Wi-Fi. If I'm on Wi-Fi, I don't have any issues. I got issues.
So why don't you go on Wi-Fi?
I, if I go on Wi-Fi, I have to go on my phone.
So why don't you
You know how
switch over
that
to the
is.
Wi-Fi? Oh, you. Okay, yeah.
You mean switch
What
over
do
to
you want, a
Wi-Fi?
desktop computer?
I'm on a desktop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what you would think it would be better on the cable
No, not necessarily.
Wi-Fi.
It's not always like that.
Maybe I need an upgrade. My modem. Maybe I need an upgrade. I'm gonna have to call. This sucks. Have one of your jabronis come down here and find out if I need an upgrade because they didn't when they upgraded my cable box. When they upgraded the cable box, they only told me I'm due for an upgrade when I had a problem. So like they didn't send me a notice and says, well, if you want, you can upgrade your cable box. They only when I had an issue did they do that. Now in this case,
What do you use?
there's definitely
What company you use?
Spectrum.
Spectrum.
Spectrum. I have the triple package. The phone, the internet with
You have a
Wi-Fi,
house
and
phone?
the cable. I could, but I don't want to because I don't want to deal with all these scamming calls on. If I had a house phone, the house phone will be ringing constantly with scammers, and there's too many of
No.
those scumbag scammers out there.
I was thinking of getting a house phone, and ditching the cell phone. Going back to the old school way.
Well, the thing about a house phone is, let's say let's say you forget to charge your cell phone, and let's say, God forbid, knock on wood, you need to call 911.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you have the house phone to call 911.
True.
Yeah, but if I get a lot of so-called wrong numbers texting me like, is
Yeah.
this
I
Charlie? Is it? No, it's not Charlie.
a
Who is
lot of
it?
a lot of nonsense these days. I know.
And then they try to get me involved with an investment. Some girl sends her photo, young female, a young Asian female sends her photos. Oh, where are you from? Oh, nice to meet you. And by the way, then eventually they say, oh, I'm very successful into gold options and stocks and cryptocurrency. Then they try to sucker me in. I go, no, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but these things are obvious. You know, you can tell.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know. I was thinking of getting a house phone. I don't know. I am considering no cell phone on Sundays. That's something I want to do. Just turn it off
You
on
could do.
Sunday and not use the phone at all.
Well, that's what Ronald doesn't have a smartphone.
No, but I'm saying I am considering no cell phone Sunday. So just Sundays don't have the phone at all.
I like it's got a nice ring to it. No cell
Yeah,
phone
it
Sunday.
rhymes, right?
So,
Yeah.
no cell phone Sunday.
It maybe no TV also. But
Well,
then I don't know if
now you're gonna get like those born again Christian fanatics. Now you're like a Amish. What are you Amish?
no, I mean it's good. Go outside and get fresh air and stuff.
Well, if you're by the pool,
Hmm.
let's say you're by the pool,
Yeah, I'd
and
rather be by the pool than be watching TV.
let's say you are by the pool under the cabana, and all of a sudden, like a few girls come out in tong bikinis,
Hmm.
and you might want to say, James, you're not going to believe this, and then you put your sunglasses on, and you
Yeah, but I
let's
can do
see.
that on Saturday.
Oh, here it is. This is my St. Patrick's Day sunglasses. You have the sunglasses where the wifey doesn't know where you're looking.
Right.
See, it's one way sunglasses.
I know all about
So
it.
you're like, ooh, look what I'm looking at
You got to
here.
be careful on the sides though, because she can see on the side.
She can see on the side. Well, you tell. Hold on.
Those ones are pretty tight. Those are pretty tight.
Here's the profile. Now
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no.
Are those
Yeah.
Oakleys? It's like an Oakley style.
You know where I found these? At the Dollar Zone many years ago. These are dollar store sunglasses.
Cool.
There's no lens on the side. It's all closed and
Yeah,
almost like the
yeah.
Grand Wizard of Wrestling style
Grand
sunglasses.
Wizard. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
have them like that. Mine are like the big shades here, but
Oh,
you
so
put in
she
the.
could see your eyeball.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like if you had the mirrored
Hmm.
aviator style that like state troopers use for the military, she could see
Well,
what
yeah, but you can still see her on the side though, because those are still open on the side. The aviators or maybe no, they're not,
no,
right?
not these, but the aviators are open on the side.
That's what. Okay, yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so if you're like
I mean, I have some that are like mirrors. Like if you look at it, it's like a mirror of yourself on the front side.
it's you got to tell her it doesn't matter where I get my appetite as long as I come home for dinner.
I know. Yeah,
So
that's
it's
right.
like
That's true. Mm.
yeah, it's like now I never when I was seriously involved, I never ever liked to watch porno videos because I don't want her comparing my schlong with these guys with gigantic schlongs. I don't want her to feel, ooh, look what I'm missing. I don't want.
I
I
don't
mean,
have
I,
to worry
I
about
don't.
that.
I don't know if all women think that way, but I don't want to give her the.
Nah, she's not like that.
Yeah, I don't want to give her the chance to. What is this fucking thing?
Yeah, I sat by the window because I was thinking maybe I could see outside, and like the palm trees are blowing around out there, but you can't see it though.
No, it's all dark. I can't
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Oh well, too
Can't
bad.
see anything. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. When the weather's nice and you sit with your back to the terrace, that's not the terrace,
It's no, it's not.
right?
This
Because
is
the
not.
terrace you got big
So where I
window.
usually sit on the terrace, right, is just directly to the right of where I am now. Okay, so it's the same. It's going to be the same
Okay.
background. If you
Uh,
understand.
yeah.
Um, but I could open up the windows here and when it's nice. But I prefer to sit outside anyway.
Depends on the nighttime low temperature, but you got a lot of annoying kids on racing
I know.
bikes, in your neighborhood.
It gets
Yeah,
noisy.
popping wheelies or whatever the hell they do. Yeah. So what's new in sports? Jeff Zambello sent me a real funny photo of Brian Cashman. He looked like Jeff Bezos with like a dildo head.
I don't know. The Yankees are not doing much in acquiring anybody. The Mets have built up a whole new team. The Mets are looking very sharp for the coming season. They got
Yeah. Oh,
the
Yankees.
Yankees
I read
haven't
an
done much
article.
as far as I know.
They're going to stick with the Martian,
Yeah.
Jason Dominguez, and they're going to stick. I hope they bring this kid Lombard Jr. and send Anthony Volpe Triple A.
No, they're not going to do
They
that.
got
They're big on Volpe. They really like Volpe, the team. So
Volpe sucks now.
I know a lot of Yankees
Unless
fans don't like him, but the management is big on Volpe. They want him to be the next Jeter, so they're sticking with
they
him.
want him to be the next Jeter, but he's got to be the next Jeter too.
They're sticking with him. So they're not sending him to AAA. Nah, don't count on that.
Then we got Spencer Jones, who is a fan. Is he completed AAA last year from AA, and he is a super hot prospect. Tommy Carroll. Let's see what Tommy Carroll has to say. Cheers, JPM and Ronnie.
Cheers,
Uh,
Tommy.
What?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala, no, that's the wrestler. Kamala
Have
purchased
haven't heard that name in a while.
the mansion on the ocean. Doesn't seem to be worried about climate change anymore.
No.
Oh, she has a mansion on. Well, she is. She might be close to retirement. You got to have someplace nice to live if you're a senator. Oh no!
Well,
Wait a minute. Is
she
she
was
still a
VP.
senator or no?
She's a former
She
VP.
was VP. That's right. All right. So from senator to VP, and now, So what? Hey, if a Republican bought a mansion on the ocean, you wouldn't be complaining about that.
That's right.
Because the Democrats are under a microscope with you guys, because you want that Yankee Doodle dandy capitalism. Hold on. Tommy Carroll.
I like that song.
Capitalism is the devil's economics. You don't know what you're talking about, Tommy. Oh, and by the way, and your buddy that's in the White House, it's obvious he's a fascist dictator, and he has racist thugs known as ICE agents that have been racially profiling people of color.
The coloreds. They don't want to be called. They don't want to be called the coloreds, but they want to be called people of color.
Well, I'm just
Is that right though?
I'm just mimicking what the MAGA people would say, the MAGA folks. All right, climate change. Tommy Carroll, if you buy a beach house, whether
Tommy
it be
is Tommy live in New Jersey? Is he the one from Jersey?
no, he's somewhere in the Midwest. I think Cincinnati he's somewhere in Ohio. I don't know. I forgot.
Where do you live, Tommy? Put it in the chat.
Yeah, he's very secretive though.
Okay.
Yeah, put it in the chat. If you buy a house on the coast, on the water, you have a front row seat to any storms that are coming.
You got You got to pay a lot for flood insurance, first of all.
Yes, sirree, Bob. I mean, yes, sirree, Ronnie. You have to pay a lot in flood insurance. Your home insurance is not going to be cheap, and also you got the front row seat to natural disasters from the ocean,
Yeah.
and you also there's another issue.
A lot of the houses now in Florida on the water after the hurricanes of 2024, they're requiring them to even if to be eligible to get insurance, they have to be on stilts, basically, built up.
Filings, concrete,
None,
concrete.
it doesn't have to be concrete, but it has to be basically one story up.
Well, there should be there should there should be an opening where floodwaters can rush
Yeah,
under the home.
yeah.
Under, yeah, I'm not saying it's got to be columns, but there should be an opening where floodwaters can go
Which
right
is
under your
so if
property.
you just want to raise your house itself, like take your current house and raise it, the average price is like 300, 400 grand just to do that.
Wait a minute, just to elevate the
Just
home?
yeah, just to raise it up on those stilts.
What price gouging ripoff? These are the contractors, the
Yeah, but the
just
people who live on the water, they kind of have the means to do it, and if not, they might sell. It's a
that's a
sticky
lot.
situation.
That's a lot of money to raise your home.
It's basically buying another house. You
But
can
if you're
buy you
gonna
can buy
buy,
another house for that.
it's cheaper to just buy another house.
It's not cheaper, but it's commensurate. You know.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna hit you for a new home that's cement block and steel frame, solid home, like typical Caribbean hurricane
Yeah,
resistant home.
yeah.
And if you're the fact that you got waterfront property, they're gonna hammer you with the
That's what
price.
it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
They're gonna hammer you because
Did
you
you
have
see?
the
God,
no. It's like the high rise on the Hudson River overlooking Manhattan. They're paying $5,000 a month rent because
five
they got
thousand.
the view. Yeah, they got the waterfront, the view. Why would you pay some landlord 5 grand a month
Right.
when you can move to a nice lily white suburb, a nice quiet, oh wait, a nice quiet, uh, no crime, uh, no noise suburb, and not even pay close to 5,000 a month mortgage. Why would anybody, even if you got the bucks, let's say somebody is financially independent or they're working in Manhattan making very high salary, to count 5 grand and put it on the dining room table, knowing that you're going to hand this to some fucking landlord every month, that alone should make people not want to pay it. That's good. Luigi's my hero. Luigi's my hero. Are you kidding? Brother Luigi doesn't have the death sentence on him anymore. My brother from another mother like no other.
Well, it's- he's being charged in New York, right? So New York doesn't have the death sentence. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Well, Luigi's a knucklehead because you don't you don't bump somebody off like in broad daylight, right behind them on a
Yeah,
sidewalk.
I'm not gonna. That guy is not my fucking hero. Never would say that.
Well, the fact anybody who takes out corporate American CEOs or anyone who's greedy and right wing is my. I just love them to death. To death. I just love him
Yeah,
to death.
I don't know about
But
that.
that's only my opinion.
And I see he's been smiling in court. I mean, the guy looks like a prick. He's got a lot of
Well,
female admirers though.
you don't. Oh, I know. Yeah, but that prison guys in prison have a lot of groupies. Actually, only women do that groupie thing. Women that love firemen,
Of
women that
course,
love
the fireman.
basketball players, like the
That's,
Kardashians, women
it's
that love
funny. That's the
basketball.
first one that
But
you said is fireman though.
but there really is
I
fireman
never heard
groupies.
of group. I never heard of that.
Yeah, but just think about it. Firemen are like
That would be pretty
very,
cool.
very manly.
Yeah,
They're very masculine
I
and they're
never
very
thought of
heroic.
I never thought about firemen having groupies. They do
You know why they started having groupies, Ronnie?
when they have
When they
the
put out
pole, right? So the strippers go on the pole.
no, the strippers pole. No, no. They put out a
Well, the,
calendar of firemen wearing no shirt, just suspenders and their pants and their hat. And they were topless. Since they put out that this was
when
back
was
in the
that?
this was back in the early 1990s, early to mid 1990s. They put out a fireman calendar. Ever since then, the groupies started rolling in.
Most of them don't look like that though.
Yeah, but
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a fireman. I
very,
went and I took the tour of the firehouse and everything.
very
They
dangerous job.
they took me up on the truck.
When you enter a building, you have to keep very low. You have to crouch. You got to be because
The
of the way
the
the
thing that a reason why I didn't pursue it was because I heard that you have to be a volunteer. They don't get paid.
they're volunteer firemen.
Yeah, they don't get
So
paid.
so it's not
I
a
think like only the chief gets paid or something.
so it's not a career per se.
Mm-mm.
It's not
It's
like
like it's like I mean I don't know exactly all the details, but what is this guy? What is this?
I don't know.
It's like a part-time gig, like
Oh, Manson, Charles
it,
Manson had a
it's
lot of Charles Man. If you ever listen to
yeah,
Charles
I
Manson,
know. Yeah, you
let me
guys
tell you
fucked up
something,
though.
brother. Let me finish. Let me finish. If you ever listen to Charles Manson's videos, he makes a lot of sense. He
Oh
hits
really?
he hits the nail right on the head about the establishment and about the New World Order. What the hell they call it again? Yeah, the oligarch, the New World Order. There's another word they use. Dark.
Dark Carnival.
I thought he said rock before rock, like rock the Casbah. I like the song. JPM, are you upset that Don Lemon was arrested and put in jail? I wasn't aware of it. So why? Because he was one of the protesters.
No, because he was like in cahoots with that group that ran into the church and was fucking with the people in the church. Don Lemon, he went there and he was like acting like he was a journalist and he was recording it. But I mean, what they did with those people that they just ran into a church. It was like a Sunday service and they were yelling in people's faces, harassing kids. It was
Wait,
fucked
is
up.
this
Did you hear
ICE?
about that?
Are these
No,
ICE?
no, it was protester people ran into the church.
Why? But why
The
disrespect?
reason why they did that was because supposedly the pastor of the church was working with ICE, or um he was in good relations with the ICE in the community, and so these protesters found out, and then somehow Don Lemon got involved in it, and he went there with a camera, acting like he was a journalist, and the people they went inside and they basically they what do you call it they trespassed onto the church,
Yes, yeah.
during a service going on,
That
and
is definitely not.
it was extremely disrespectful for them to do that.
That's not the time and the place to do something like that.
And Don Lemon was involved in it, so they uh, the DOJ, I think it was, said they're going to arrest him. They arrested him like 2 days ago or a day ago.
See, I really thought that News Nation would pick up Don Lemon because they hired,
Don Lemon's a prick. They hired Cuomo's brother, News
they
Nation,
hired
and
wait a minute,
he's yeah, Chris Cuomo, and
Chris Cuomo. Yeah.
he's still got a show there. I think he's pretty
Oh
successful
yeah,
in that.
no,
But
he's doing very. No, he's
Don Lemon's not on Chris Cuomo's
Metal
even.
Arc Lemon from the Harlem Globetrotters. Metal
He's
Arc
he,
Lemon. Metal Arc
he's about
Lemon used to be Chris Cuomo's buddy until when Chris Cuomo got fired
he started talking shit
from
about him,
CNN, Don Lemon threw his buddy under the bus.
and then Don Lemon got fired from
And then
CNN.
Don Lemon got fired.
Yeah, so
Right.
I mean, he's really searching now. The guy's a hack.
And the Jew is still there. The old Jew, what's her name? What's his name? Wolf.
Wolfowitz. He's
No.
been there for a long time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Wolfowitz,
The
right?
guy with the gray hair and the goatee.
Wolfowitz, isn't his name?
No,
Oh, Wolf Blitzer.
Blitzer, something like that. Donner and Blitzen, a Cupid, and Rudolph. Right. Yeah, he's still there. But yeah, Don Lemon, he he used to be really tight with Chris Cuomo, and then he just turned his back on him.
He's just a corporate prick. He was never tight with him, you know.
He's a corporate shill. They call them. Sycophant, but he's gay. He's married to a dude.
He looks kind of gay.
Yeah, no, he is. That's a fact.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, but he threw Chris Cuomo under the bus. Now, Chris Cuomo, the problem, I watch his videos on Instagram. I used to watch his videos on Instagram, but he became a moderate. He rides the fence. He doesn't want to talk bad about Republicans or anybody
I
really.
think what News Nation tries to do is like stay neutral for the most part,
In other words, they don't want to seem biased.
and they don't want to be seen as a CNN. So they kind of lean a little bit more towards like not fully, but a little bit. They lean towards like a Fox News kind of thing. They don't want to be like CNN was, because
Well,
CNN went too far and MSNBC
well,
went too
well,
far.
well, Fox News.
But
It,
so Fox News is considered like the one on the right, but
well,
News Nation wants to be just to the left of Fox
but
News.
but Fox kind of moved a little closer to center than they used to be. A
Yeah,
little.
I would agree with that. Yeah,
No, they have really, because they got a lot of heat for a lot of the lies they were perpetrating. You know, like all
the election
the
stuff.
Donald Trump election lies. Does Chris Cuomo mog the what? Does Chris Cuomo mog though?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Stop speaking Klingon.
So did you know today is Salvatore's birthday?
Yeah, I did post a happy birthday.
He put a delicious looking fish dinner up on Facebook.
Really? You know what? He wanted to come on last time, but he saw the link a little too late.
Mm.
Let me send him the link.
I don't know if he'll join on his birthday.
Oh yeah, he's probably. What the hell?
You can give it a try.
I'll send it to him. I'll send one to Mick. I'll send one to Eric.
Eric,
I'll send one to.
are you gonna send it to Paul?
No,
So is Paul?
not quite yet.
He's free, right? He's not in the loony bin anymore.
Oh, his big lawsuit is coming up. I think it was yesterday. His big law. Oh, I really wish he collects the
All right,
man.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, his girlfriend is
Oh, his ex. You sued her.
He's the one that's the love of his life. Uh, uh, Sold him out.
Yeah, I know that. Well, she was the one that called the loony bin, right?
Oh man. Um, oh, you know who ended up becoming uh, not a team player anymore is Michael Goldballs Hilton,
He hasn't been a team player
Gold member,
for a very long time.
Gold member.
You you
Hold on, hold on. Somebody's giving a message.
hey bitch, it's me.
Hey, bitch, it's me. You're not the real Ed Krasenstein. Ed Krasenstein would never talk like that.
There you go. When is he coming back?
Why you want me to send him the link? Are you
No,
sure? He'll take over the show.
no, we're not doing it right now.
Call Paul Mantia now. No, this isn't really Ed Krasenstein. This is the many aliases, which include Sid and call Paul
Now,
Mantia.
do you really think it's that Red Rooster guy?
It
After
could be
all these years,
Red Rooster.
or you think it's just maybe
Listen,
random guy that just likes to
nah,
fuck around?
who knows? It could be somebody from Brooklyn. It could be the guy.
No, I don't think so.
Now Sid Ragentooth owns Brooklyn. Remember him?
He
He
just put
owns
that there
Brooklyn.
to fuck around with Paul. I don't think
Now,
any of these
if
people are
it's
from
Red
Brooklyn.
Rooster, I just want him to know. I still think that Velveeta and Cheese Whiz is not real cheese, and neither is Monterey Jack and American cheese. They're processed garbage, toxic garbage. You hear that, Red Rooster?
Now,
You shouldn't
James,
be eating it unless you're a fat fuck. Uh,
is Red Rooster fat?
well, he looks chubby from his photo. Uh, um, 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 Ronald
Ronald
Ronald J. Terrio
Terrio.
found his photo and his IP address and his home address in Virginia, in Northern Virginia, suburb of Washington D.C., and found out where he works. Everything. His Ronald J. Terrio's connection found out everything about Red Rooster.
So,
So
James,
so
how
the
was
Jim
Mass tonight?
oh, it was actually pretty good. The Father Jose seemed very happy to be back. He must have terrible jet lag from the Philippines flight.
When did he come back?
Uh, 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. So you should be over it by now.
Yeah. Call Paul Mantia now. We need to
That's,
discuss
that's
the case.
you already read that.
There, no, I didn't read the whole thing. There have been some advancements uh, in the family.
So what were the readings tonight?
Uh,
What was the message?
well, he talked about his experience being at the funeral,
Oh, okay.
and it was mostly, little reminiscing about his sister. I didn't know his sister was 82,
Uh,
but still, it's his sister.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's like sometimes the demise of a family member is not that surprising and shocking, but it's still a loss.
Oh, 100%.
It's
My
still
my
a
my
loss.
grandma, I believe she was 94. Yeah, she was old,
But you grew up with your grandma.
but it was still it was a shock because she wasn't sick. She was still in
Yeah.
complete, control of everything. She still drove and everything.
No kidding.
And then just
Wow.
one day, she just happened to not wake up, and that was.
So
But at her age,
so
that's
so
not an abnormal thing.
so mentally she was sharp,
Oh, mentally sharp,
sharp,
like they say, sharp as a tack. Yeah.
sharp as tack. She no senility at all.
No Joe Biden. Nope.
No, ba 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 ba
No,
Biden.
no, really, man. She drove only around town, and it wouldn't. She wouldn't drive at night, but she still drove, and
Yeah.
she took care of. She had a house. My grandfather passed about 15 years before her, and so she stayed in the house. She never went to assisted living or any of that stuff.
So you could literally get on the phone with her and have a normal
Yeah, yeah,
conversation with her.
yep, yes, yeah, and I
No
did.
problem.
I did regularly.
Yeah, I know you took it pretty hard.
Yeah, so I mean, so like you were saying, it's like you're not completely surprised that they die at that age, but it was very very hard to take still.
Yeah, but you have the memories of growing up with her. You have memories, and
Yeah, of
that's what
course.
I think. That's what keeps them alive in spirit in your heart.
Yeah,
The memories, because I get flashes of memories from my grandparents. I mean, I remember many things, and a lot of them were funny. A lot of funny
yeah.
stories,
In
really.
my early 20s, I lived with her for about a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. She had a fully furnished, fully finished, they call it, basement
Yeah.
with with the rooms and everything. So I stayed there. I helped her out around the house and everything. I used to vacuum the pool for her and all that stuff. And we always went to 5 o'clock Saturday mass together. She liked to go to that because it's
Mhm.
usually older people go to that mass. So we used to go always together. It was nice. We built a bond in those years.
Well, you know what else is nice? In the old days, the family get-togethers during the big holidays.
Yeah,
That was
we
nice.
we always did that. My family still does that. My family still does that to this day. But I don't attend a lot of them because I live in Florida now. But I try to make it up there for Thanksgiving, and other stuff.
He's off to the carnival, but he never tells us what the carnival is. We don't
Uh,
know
it
much
doesn't matter,
about. We
James.
don't know much about Tommy Carroll.
Tommy Carroll seems to just like to talk about politics, though,
Well, he comes.
and
He
he
says
goes.
he
He
gives.
goes very quickly,
He
but
gives
he always tunes in, though. You can say that he always tunes in.
that. No, that's what I appreciate about him. He's very consistent, and he respectfully gives us a greeting, asks us how our week was, and then
He just likes to talk about politics.
he asked me certain questions based on the current news topics, politically though, only politically. But I think he goes on Ronald Tyrio's show as a commentator to texting,
I
and
think so.
he might be a beer enthusiast.
I'm gonna try to get more involved with joining Ron's shows too.
Well, go during his Joker's Wild Wednesday,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I should. You should too.
the
You
first
should too.
Wednesday of every month.
It seems like he's not doing the themes as much anymore. He's doing more of the Joker's Wild, I think.
He might be running out of themes.
He might be, yeah. And yeah, I mean it's a good group of guys. They got that Claude and David,
Yeah,
Jean Pierre.
Elbow from Florida, the
I
guy.
think Elbow only joins on the liquor on Fridays. He does that one. I don't think he
Oh,
drinks beer.
oh yeah. Is hard liquor included with
Yeah, yeah,
Fandango Friday
yeah. It's either
or,
hard liquor or the liqueur.
or liqueur? Okay, gotcha. And then also um, the Sunday thing, since John and Nilly is
That's too early. I wouldn't do that.
yeah
That's silly. And I go to church on Sunday now, so I don't have time for that.
yeah to be drinking that early.
I think Ron goes to like 8 a.m. mass, so he
Yeah.
gets it over with. But I don't do that. I usually
Uh,
go to 11 o'clock.
well, I think he does like a wild card on Sunday morning now because John and Nilly was doing Stout Sunday,
John and Hilly. Yeah.
but
He gave it up a long time
John
ago.
and Nilly moved.
Mm-hmm.
he relocated from his home state of Georgia to Massachusetts for a girl. He moved in with
I'm
a.
pretty sure they got married. Oh, they're
They
a
did get
thing.
married,
I think so. I think so.
and she has a kid, which is
She had a kid.
it's not.
That's all right. That's good for John. That is good for him. He seems to be he doing good with it. So
Once a woman has a kid, you're always going to play second fiddle.
that's all right. That's
You're
all right.
never going to be the king of the.
I mean, I'm not saying it's ideal, but it seems to be working out for him.
It's
So
not ideal, no.
it's better than being a single, schlep, drunk guy. So
a single, a single lush. Oh man. Well, hey, as long as he's happy, I know he.
a lot of these guys in the beer community, they're not that young. And like Eric, Chadio. I mean, these people are in their 30s. They might be pushing 40, and they're living life like they're 21.
Yeah.
So
Well,
good for John and Nilly that he settled down. Man.
when John first started spending, when he first moved in with her, he was like, I heard he was driving the kid around everywhere, here, there, and
Well, he's probably trying to impress her. That's okay.
yeah. I'm just sending this to Carla to show her that we are live stream on YouTube and Twitch, and yeah, but she don't want to be famous.
Oh, that girl you're talking about. So
The
who is this?
magnificent Mantia.
Where do you know her from?
No, she's like a front end manager at one of the supermarkets. I became friends with her. Just only a friend.
Local supermarket.
Yeah, yeah, the Acme supermarket. Yeah,
Acme, like the cartoon.
Acme, ACME, Acme. Yeah.
Like the Wile E. Coyote cartoon, right? Where the anvils said Acme on it.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm talking about? You
Yeah,
should
I
know
know.
that.
I know about the Roadrunner, but yeah,
Yeah, when the anvils fell on him, it always said Acme.
I gotta tell the Ed Krasenstein impersonator, if I send him the link now,
No, we're not doing it. No.
if I send him the link now, I hope you realize that me and Ronnie won't be able to
He
like
does.
talk.
He doesn't care. This fucking troll doesn't care.
He'll just take over the show.
And so, is this the same guy with a different name, or it's two different trolls?
They might be the same troll.
Yeah,
Because Ed Krasenstein will never say, "Hey, bitch."
the real Ed Krasenstein is from Florida.
Yes, he is. He's from near going towards Fort Myers in that area.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty famous actually.
Maple. No, he has a big following
Yeah,
on Twitter.
I saw that.
On Twitter, yeah, he's got a really big following, and he's very well established man, and he has a Facebook page that is decent, but I try to get him to join Newsletter Censored, but
No, no go.
no, he's just doing his own thing.
And Florida is controlled, and it has been for a long time by right-wing Republicans, right? But there is an underling I've noticed in Florida of progressivism, Democrats, but they
Yeah,
can't.
but where are they?
But they can't get into government. They're not. They're
Jew-
not.
the Jewish the
they're,
Jewish community usually
no,
votes Democrat.
no, but that's not what I'm talking about. But I mean, like people like Ed Krasenstein. He's like was like a commentator or whatever you call that. And there's a lot of those people around, but they can't get any power. There's no room for them to get into government here. But there is like the newspaper, the local newspaper here in Tampa Bay, the Tampa Bay Times, is very liberal leaning newspaper. A lot of the news stations are liberal leaning, but
Yeah,
when it comes to elected officials and power in government,
Yeah,
It's always Republicans. This is kind of an interesting dynamic.
it is very interesting. And it's interesting that the Miami Cubans vote Republican and they are part of a minority
Well,
group.
I don't know if you saw just recently the election in Miami went for the Democrat. You didn't see that?
Well, because the Republican mayor won't give them as much in terms of social services.
I don't know what the reason is exactly, but
Yeah,
for the first time in almost 30 years, the Miami mayor is now a Democrat.
Democrat.
So
Yeah.
kind of like New Jersey, they
Let me
lost their
answer him. The reason why I'm saying you're a troll is because you're talking gibberish. Mo schmo blow or whatever. You're not using all normal English words. So if you're gonna post something, do it like Ed Krasenstein, Alias, and like Tommy Carroll, and like other people. Don't be giving me these foreign, these non-human, extraterrestrial spellings. That's why I'm saying it. Nah, they're fascist thugs. They're fascists. They're racist, Nazi, fascist thugs. They are the private army, the private domestic army of Donald Trump, who is the self-appointed emperor of the universe and a fascist dictator. Right? See, I was able to understand. Well, he understands the risk, but he wants. I think he wants poor Mantia on
No, he
so
doesn't care. He doesn't care about the show. He just wants nonsense and chaos. That's what he
he
wants.
wants chaos. He lives on chaos. Yeah, he lives.
Paul is going to bring chaos, and we're not ready for that
But his
just yet.
entire life has been chaos. No matter where he lives, there was chaos.
Some
When
people
he
are like
lived
that.
in when he lived in
Some people are
Jacksonville,
like that.
chaos. When he lived in Pennsylvania, chaos. When he lived
Listen,
up,
listen, James. Paul is not the first person I've met in New York that is like that. He reminds me of other people I've known before.
you
He's not a bad guy.
you've known other people who just can't get their life together.
Yeah, of course. I mean, maybe it's a New York thing. I don't know. Paul is not a bad guy. He's fine, but he's just like he's wacky, you know. And he can't ever seem to just be normal.
There's nothing normal about him.
You
He
know.
he posted a video on TikTok where he's on the beach at night and he's saying, "They're gonna kill me. Oh Lord. Oh
Well, he's gotten worse though. That I would say.
oh, please save me. Oh Lord, please save me. There's
Yeah,
five
yeah.
people.
I mean, I
There's
don't know
five
about
people
all
over
that.
there. Let me finish. There's five people watching me. Oh, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me." And then the next day, he's posting a video where he's joking around with Valerie, is the girl, and playing with the dog and the cats, and he's smiling and laughing.
Now,
I thought they, huh?
when he was doing those videos about the spots on the moon, and he was playing Gilligan's Island in the background.
Da, 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 da,
That's
da, da.
when I could kind of see he was really going off the deep end,
Yeah,
though.
he says, "Look, Leviathan. Can't you
Like,
see it?"
yeah, he was getting all into that stuff.
He was
That I have never seen before in
he,
other people.
he was using Google Earth to find
Yeah, yeah,
monsters that are posted in the Bible,
yeah.
that are listed in the Bible, and all you know what they were, Ronnie? They were undersea terrains, like mountain ranges,
Yeah.
and he was anybody could look at the clouds and say, "That's a dragon." No, that's a hippopotamus. Anybody
So
who
when he was getting into that type of terrain, I, that that was like when I really couldn't talk to him anymore. It wasn't
no,
even worth it to even engage in the conversation.
he has lost his mind.
Yeah, maybe he has.
He
So I mean, and then I know he got admitted to the nut house, and I don't know if that was the reason or it was because his girlfriend was saying stuff about him, and the police, took
well,
took her
his
word.
girlfriend has told me, his
What does that say?
I don't know. You don't want to kick immigrants out? No, not if they're law abiding.
All right, don't get off the subject.
Yeah, not if they're law abiding citizens, and uh, um, yeah. So he's like he'll show the sky being red, and he'll say, "They're coming, they're coming. The end is near. The end is near." I says, "No, that's just like the the pollution that's up there. That's just Mother Nature. The way the sunlight is filtering through the atmosphere."
But is that what his girlfriend used in order to get him admitted into the mental institution?
Well, she did text me um, about how he's out of his mind. She did tell me that he's out of his
But
mind.
we knew that already. We already knew that.
Yeah, no, she definitely knew it for a while, apparently, and
But even me and you, we towards the end or the last few weeks of him doing those wacky ass videos, we said it. Remember?
and the tide's coming in Coney Island, and he's going like this with his hand. Look, the God is working through me. Look, I'm pulling the water in. I'm pulling the water in. I said, Paul, stop it. I told him,
Mm-hmm.
and he never replied to any of my comments to try to straighten him, putting him on the straight and narrow. He never replied.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we should.
No, because he wants Paul on because he wants to bust his ball.
Yeah, I know.
He wants to bust his balls so Paul would explode.
Yeah,
That's what he wants to do.
but that's not conducive to the show.
I should stop drinking.
Maybe he's talking to me.
Oh, I'm drinking lemon water, my friend. I'm drinking lemon water. It's not vodka. Ah,
Everybody's a critic, right?
and everybody's an expert online. You know how much misinformation I've discovered from so-called experts online? A lot. They all talk out of their ass.
Yeah.
Now, so the Royal Rumble is
West,
probably over.
Western Mike.
Hey, Western Mike. Hey, Jabroni, why don't you come on? And when you come on, don't be chewing close to the camera. Actually, talk like you do when you go solo. Lay some words of wisdom on us, Western Mike.
He's not gonna.
Lay it on us. Hey, Ufa, what's going on here? Ufa. Oh, there we go. Lay it on us, brother. Mother Fletcher. Howdy doody. Here it is. There's the link. I want to hear Western Mike's words of wisdom about the current fascist regime that we have, and the hatred towards people with brown skin. Lay it on us, brother. Western Mike. We miss Western Mike. Oh, thanks, man. At the bar. but may come down later. Yeah, that's if I'm
Mm.
still around.
No.
I gotta have a late dinner tonight. I got hot and spicy Jamaican jerk seasoned chicken legs and organic brown basmati with wild rice with peas and carrots and seasoned. I'm gonna lay the drumsticks on top of the rice. That's the Benny Hill song. If I invite Paul Anthony Manti, he will take over the show. What? I like to keep everyone in check, but not the shootings. Yeah, because the people they were just they were just there. They were either filming it with their camera or they were just there. And they were another thing. They were lily white, Caucasian, not all of them, but a couple. Lily white Caucasian American citizens. And that's proof that they are fascist uh, thugs wearing masks and not showing badges. They were not displaying badges. Now, you know who is an evil person? Christy Noem, the puppy killer, is wicked. Christy Noem
What did
wants to put wants
what did she do to the puppies? I never really got that story.
she claimed that the dog wasn't listening. It couldn't be trained, so she had it shot, or she shot it herself, or something. Yeah,
Her dog?
yeah. One of the hunting dogs, I think. Because of course, right wing people love to hunt. They think that everything that moves is food. Like Elmer Fudd. Like Elmer Fudd. No one is chewing over here. You got the wrong guy, pal. Well, I don't care if you eat. Don't get me wrong. I love to eat. I love to eat good food, and I'm sure you do also. But um, I'm only
There was a one time with the salad.
I'm only busting your balls. Well, it was nice when he used to see the only thing is when you used to turn the lights low and bring up the planetarium. You were acting, Mike, like you took too many edibles, too many CBD, THC edibles. You were really high on. You were acting very high, and you weren't really saying much of anything. You were just staring at the planetarium.
That's all right.
Which if that's what you're gonna.
I think what happened was he started playing music though.
Yeah, no, the music was screwing with the
And
show. Yeah,
yeah, I think that's what happened.
you can't do that. I can't. You can't do that, Mike. You can't do that, Mike. Mike, Mike, you don't want me to give you the back of my hand, do you? The old bada bing. You don't want me to do that. I know you're 3,000 miles away, but don't get on your high horse with me. All right. You're an ICE agent. Well, from what I hear, they're very well paid.
No, they're not.
They're not.
You hear that they're well paid?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I read on the internet.
Like how well?
I heard very well.
I heard it was very easy to get in. There's not a lot of
Yes.
training.
Yes, their criteria for
So
hiring.
how well could they be being paid? if it's so easy to get in?
because Donald Trump
I
is
mean, what's your idea of well paying?
he's reallocating money that was supposed to go for health care for Americans into ICE. He's prioritizing ICE because he wants a fascist dictatorship to be enforced, and he wants to put all Americans that disagree with him into a domestic terrorist database. In other words, he's ignoring the the Constitution, the First Amendment. And you know who else ignored the First Amendment? No,
Biden,
you know who else disrespected the U.S. Constitution?
everybody.
G.W. Bush once said that the U.S. Constitution is nothing but a damn piece of paper,
Right.
right?
He's right.
And
He's right.
all the people that took an oath to defend and protect the U.S. Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. No, it's not a damn piece of paper. It's what the country was founded on.
Yeah, but it's not followed.
Now,
It hasn't been
a
followed.
fascist who is in bed with the fat cats, the oligarch, is a whore that is paid off by the oligarch to to do all kinds of unethical things because they're paid off. That's crony capitalism and corruption. So what you're doing is you're saying that it's okay to be a paid off corrupt person or a corporate sycophant. Like I've known people who were brown nosers in the company because they were paid very well, and they would literally suck off the CEO and swallow his cum because of money.
Literally.
Literally, literally, literally. You
You know
know
what literally means, right?
yeah, I believe they would. You know Mr. Burns, Montgomery Burns on The Simpsons.
And Flanders. Oh
No,
no, what
not
was
Flanders. He was the holy roller.
Smithers?
No, Smithers.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example of a sycophant suck up yes boy that would suck off
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Montgomery
yeah,
Burns.
yeah. That was the idea, right?
Yeah, it
But
was.
they never said it. See,
It's a satire.
The
No,
Simpsons would keep it PG.
did you know that the Simpsons, when they did their predictions, 50K bonuses, that did you know the Simpsons has a psychic?
Mm-hmm. I know that.
Matt Groening hired a psychic for doing those episodes, and
Hmm.
this guy's been right on the money with
Yeah, yeah,
prophetic episodes.
yeah. Do they still do it?
Yeah, yeah. How is it fascist or dictatorship to kick illegals out
Hmm.
because they are?
That's a
Are they
question.
really? Let me ask you a question, sir. Are they? Is everyone that's being arrested by ICE? Are they all actually on a list of illegal immigrants that are here illegally or have committed crimes or actual criminals? I mean, is this like genuine, or are they just picking people with brown skin willy nilly? I mean, educate me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, I know that his question made a lot of sense because um, 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 Eric Fraunfelter, who's Republican, told me that these people are illegal immigrants, and being an illegal immigrant is against the law,
Well, yeah,
and it's a
it
crime,
is. It
which it
is.
is, which it is. But I'm concerned about exactly if they're doing it right. Now, why is there? How come there's no due process? That's another problem. There's no due process. How can they be on a list if they are undocumented?
Well, they can be if they have committed crimes. They would
If they're
be on some kind of
undocumented,
list.
Okay, this is another person.
Right.
That's
Right.
a very good question. How can to the other individual? How can they be on a list if they're undocumented?
They can be.
They can be.
If they have committed crimes here,
So in other words, if
they
they
got
belong to, let's say, a
arrested.
gang,
Yeah, or just got arrested for like a DWI.
then they'll be. Uh, okay. All right. No, I'm just trying to be fair to everyone. Um, um, Oops, he'll be back. Should I send Paul the link? You know, despite the fact that he'll take over, you will be in for a lot of entertainment. Maybe I should. I'll do it. So Ronnie, oh man, oh oh crap. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me bring. You got you got your wish. There he is. So yeah, so those were good. Those were good questions. Um, oh, what happened? I don't hear Ronnie. Is your
I,
microphone muted?
I haven't said anything.
Oh, you haven't said anything. Oh yeah, you were so quiet. But um,
I don't know if the wind is knocking out the internet a little bit too.
you know what? Knock on wood, the connection has been okay, but I'm still going to give them a piece of my mind at Spectrum because of all the previous Saturdays that we have frozen and our voices like slurred a little. Uh, yeah. So anyway, so getting back to the Yankees, it doesn't look like the cheap motherfucker, bald-headed Brian Cashman wants to put any money into the Yankees. I think he's a cheap fuck. I don't think he really wants to win championships.
What about the Mets?
But I think the Mets owner, the hedge was he a hedge fund a tycoon?
I think he's a former. He might be.
No, Cohen. He's a Jew.
Yeah, he might be retired now. I don't
Cohen,
know if I don't know if he's still a hedge fund manager. That's what I'm saying.
but he's got money to burn.
Yes, he has a lot of money to burn. I think he is the richest owner in baseball. I think
I
even he's
wonder.
even richer than the Dodgers
I
owners.
wonder if Juan
But the,
Soto. I wonder if Juan Soto is still depressed being with the Mets.
well, the team looks pretty good going into this season, so I think Juan Soto could be a big part of it.
In other words,
It's a whole new group of guys. You know, they got a whole new, and it's a good group of guys. They
what
picked
about
up some good.
Alonso? Did he leave?
Alonso's out. He's out. You
I
didn't
don't
know?
know. You're the one. You're the
Alonso
big
is
time.
with
You're the Mets fan.
Baltimore Orioles now.
Alonso, but guess what? Alonso,
Alonso's
the
out.
Yankees were thinking of getting Alonso, but guess what? They didn't get him because they're cheap motherfuckers. It's
So Alonso's out. Brandon Nimmo is out. Um,
house.
that big closer that they had, that guy Diaz is out.
Is out.
Um, they had that other guy who had been around for a long time, who I never liked. I forget his name. He was a white guy. But everybody who had been around since like 2019, 2018,
Yeah.
or so that was like kind of their core for like a good group of years, are all out. So they've built a new team now in the off season. They've picked up some really good. They got that guy Bo Bichette from Toronto. That's basically who they replaced Alonso with. You know Bo Bichette,
Well,
right?
how old is Alonso? Has he been
I don't.
around for?
He's not that young. He's like 32 or 33. But you know who Bo Bichette is from Toronto?
Yes. Oh, they got him.
The Mets have him now.
Oh, he's great.
Yes, yeah, that was a big pickup.
Oh, wow. No, nobody is able to get Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Huh?
No, he's in a contract. He's not on the market.
He's still under contract. Okay.
Yeah, he was in the market last year, but Toronto signed him to like a big three
Okay.
year deal.
Now, what if you sign a contract with the Mets and you really hate being there? Is there a clause where you can like take a cut and pay and leave?
I don't know. Maybe
Like somebody could pick you up. Like let's
I
say
don't.
Juan
I don't
Soto
know.
is really super depressed about the Mets,
No, I don't know.
and because he did great with that year before he became a free agent with the Yankees. He did great that year. I mean, he hit over 40 home runs.
He had a good year last year. All the guys had good
Yeah, but did
individual.
he hit 40 home runs?
I don't know how many home runs he hit.
I'm
He
partial.
might he might have got close to that though.
I'm partial to sluggers.
Um,
Now,
what what he did a lot last year,
yeah.
he got on base, but he was really walking a lot. Juan Soto is great at taking walks.
Okay, sometimes that works out.
Yeah, so I think he was doing that. I mean, he was hitting home runs here and there, but I don't think he was hitting 40 home runs though.
All right. Now Cal Raleigh, do you think he's a one season wonder? How did he do the previous year in Seattle? Cal Raleigh,
Uh,
which where he's a catcher, which is very rare for a catcher to be a slugger. I mean,
Not really. Not these days. You're
I mean
seeing that more and
to
more
hit that
often.
many home runs as a cat. A catcher has a lot of work involved to be a catcher.
Cal Raleigh was the guy up for MVP against Judge, right? Or
Yes, no, against Judge.
AL MVP. Yeah, there was all this talk that he got it. Did he get it over Judge?
Uh, Well, let's hold on. Some I screwed up somehow. Uh, I don't know who did win the MVP. Somebody attempted.
I think Judge did. I think he did. But
You know what?
Cal, they
I
had
haven't
this
been
this guy
following
Cal Raleigh. I was like, is his name?
Cal Raleigh.
Kept reminding me of Cal Ripken Jr.
Yeah, but he won. I think he had the most major league home runs. Cal Raleigh as a catcher.
I
Now let
think
me say
so.
something
Yeah.
about basketball. When basketball was invented, and they decided how high the hoop was going to be, which let's say it's 10 feet off the floor. The average basketball player was like only 6'2". So everybody had to shoot for points. Now they just drop it in. Why didn't they just raise the hoop? To me, it's cheating. To me, it's like a transgender athlete competing up against biological women, or Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco and Barry Bonds using steroids. It's cheating. It's cheating. Okay, I'm sorry,
I'm not really interested in basketball.
but I'm not interested in basketball because it's not.
I watched the playoffs though.
It's kind of
I'll watch the playoffs if the
it's
Knicks
a
make
black
it.
sport.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But if the Knicks make it, I'll watch it. I like the Knicks, but I'm not gonna watch them in the regular season.
Raw liver. I'll eat raw liver if it's
What
prepared.
what the fuck? What does it say?
It's well, he wants to talk about
Why
cooking.
is he asking this
He
shit?
wants to talk about cooking. I don't mind talking about food if it's prepared right, if it's marinated and it's
This
not
this is a
overcooked.
this is a troll question.
Yeah, but so what? It's open topic talk.
Hmm.
Chocolate. I use non-GMO organic high polyphenol cocoa powder in my preparations.
He says you never wanted chocolate. Is that true? You never wanted chocolate?
I love chocolate. I don't know what he's talking about. Chocolate is very rich in antioxidants. I'm not interested in basketball. I'm interested in Paul Mantia.
Well, are you interested in chocolate?
Well, I didn't mention
Also,
basketball.
no.
The other guy mentioned basketball.
Oh, the other.
Yeah, but then again, no. I think chocolate is great. Chocolate is very medicinal
He
and,
says you never mentioned chocolate.
and high in
Why would you?
antioxidants.
Do you know what Goatis is, James?
Do you know who Gotis is? Is
Goat
Gotis like a
go go
cult? Is it a satanic cult?
Goatis. Goatis?
I don't know. Does that has something to do with the testicles? It has to do with your
Goatis?
balls?
Oh,
Goatis? I don't know. What does that mean? It has to do with your fucking balls?
your fucking balls.
I don't know. I don't know. Tell me. Tell me what it is.
We need better trolls.
You know, there's a lot of cults around today. A
I
lot of
mean,
evil
whatever.
cults.
You can have trolls, but these trolls are lame. They have like
Well, you
stupid
got to you got
shit
to
to say.
contribute. Listen, trolls, you got to contribute something
Should at
meaningful.
least be funny.
Hey, I just I sent the links out to several people, and it's
That's
up to
okay.
them to
But
click on
but
the link.
but
It's up to them to click on the link
I'm speaking to the trolls
and come aboard. I know.
that they need to at least be funny. You can't just be begging for Paul to come on.
They want to talk to
You
Paul
gotta say
because
something
Paul
else.
entertains them. That's why.
Yeah, I know, but you can't just beg for that. Like Paul. You gotta hear something else. Paul is like the final attraction. He comes later on.
Um, I don't want to eat raw meat because there might be E. coli in it, or there might be parasites. There might be parasitic worms,
He said. So what is this? He
or
thinks
if
you
it's
should
chicken, it
eat
might be
raw meat.
salmonella. And
Who is he?
is he talking about eating pussy?
Who is
He
he? Who
talking
is
about
he though?
cunnilingus, or having you have a PhD in cunnilinguistics? Are you talking about oral sex? What are you talking about?
What does that mean? What the fuck is this guy's weird?
Let's watch Goitus on stream and stim. What are you fucking talking about?
What does
Stim?
that mean? What
Stim?
does that mean?
Are you people like on drugs, or are you
Nah,
like
that's kind of like that's like
they,
I don't know if he's on some fucked
are
up
they
shit.
extraterrestrials?
No, I think he might be like some kind of pervert though. I think that's what
He
it
could be.
is.
He could be a fucking pedophile.
Yeah, I
Did
don't
you,
know about that.
did you go to Epstein's resort? Listen, you jabronis, stop nagging me like bitches. I sent him the link. All right? I sent him the link. All right? I put some bait on the hook of the lure and I cast it. It's up to him to bite. All right? Okay? You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I did, you jackass. How many times you gonna nag me? You're nagging me like a biatch. Don't snag me like some chick, like some entitled narcissistic broad. You want to talk red pill? I'll talk red pill talk with you. You want to tell me about today's relationships and today's modern women and how they like to control and manipulate men and sucker them into paying for everything. Meanwhile, they sock all their money away in the bank. We can talk red pill. Ronnie likes to talk red pill. What's black pill? Well, red pill is like men going their own way. You know, men going their own way, focusing on themselves, uh, spending their own money on their three favorite people, me, myself, and I, and working out, taking care of their bodies, their health, hanging out with their friends, their buddies, just enjoying life and not making a female the top priority in their life. I'm just explaining to them about what red pill means. They probably know already. Men focusing on self improvement and their own lives, and that a woman is not the center of the universe. All right, what do we got here?
You got to tell that to Eric.
What? I can't even pronounce that. I can't even pronounce.
It says W. James.
Yeah, but the name of the individual, I'm not even going to begin to pronounce it.
He wants to
What?
give you a donation.
I don't have a donation.
All right, now they're starting to get a little funny.
If you want to join our home base, which is a Facebook group called Newsletter Censored, feel free to join it, and you can keep in touch with me anytime you want. And you can see all the very hard-hitting videos, articles, and posts. Very hard-hitting. Very hard-hitting. You want to see hard-hitting shit? Become a member of Newsletter Censored on Facebook.
Now, does Mick post in there? Mick the Raven?
Mick the Raven Nevermore. Yeah, he's my administrator.
Does he post on the group though?
Yeah. He most definitely does.
Now, how about Ronald Terrio?
Now you're getting silly. I just told him there's no donation.
No, what I'm asking you though.
Yes.
Does Ronald Terrio ever post in the group? Because he's a member, right?
No. He just. I think you know where he posts every day, and I'm very grateful to him on my food
The
group.
food, yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Everything is food. I have a international
I know.
food. I'm telling the world. Hold on. International Food and Drink Group on Facebook started in 2012 called Everything is Food. If you guys are foodies or you like to talk about craft beer, fine wine, liquor, liqueur, or you want to like talk about food of any kind, Everything is Food, named after the song from the musical Popeye with Robin Williams. May he rest in peace.
Hey, James.
What?
I don't appreciate you yelling at me, man.
No, because you're not letting me promote the group.
I mean, I'm here very calm.
I know, but you're not.
I don't need to be yelled at.
All right, I'm sorry, but you're not let me. If I'm doing a promo, you got to let me do the promo.
All right.
I'm trying to let people out there know that there's other groups. Get rid of the guy on the right. We want one guy and one guy only.
Well, who's on the right? What's the right? You know.
Yeah.
What's the left?
Well, if they're watching the show, you're on the right and I'm on the left. Uh, and I keep I'm not gonna repeat
It's the
myself.
50th beer. What if it is, man? It's Saturday night. What the fuck? What do you care?
It's his 50th beer.
Fucking dickhead. I don't care.
Yeah, but at least Ronnie's.
What are you doing on a Saturday night? Just talking typing garbage nonsense on a.
At least Ronnie is calm and he's not being confrontational. Guy on the right has poor chin projection with what? No, he's trolling now. With light asymmetry and could use an canthopexy for his orbitals as well as general debloating could help him for skin quality. He needs to focus on his gut.
So this is the real Ed Krasenstein,
So he's a
a skin
he
expert.
sounds like he's a physician. He sounds like he's talking using medical jargon.
It does sound something like that.
Yeah, let's read all that. Those big words. Well, it can't be the real A. Krasenstein
That's what it says.
because he started off by saying, "Hey, bitch." You know,
Oh,
Ed Krasenstein is an intellectual that doesn't communicate that way.
Origin projection.
Uh, Paul Anthony Mantia. Oh my gosh.
Your trolls are weird, James.
Hey, I don't know these guys.
Most channels will get some trolls, but you got like they're saying some weird shit. That was weird, man.
Yeah, they take the cake. Don't do this to yourself. Stop drinking. Stop it. There's estrogen in beer. It's making you feminine.
I'm not feminine.
Well,
No,
they are they are kind of funny.
nothing feminine about me.
He happens to be a happily married man, folks. He's not feminine. Well, all these dudes that I sent links to are busy, apparently.
Are they telling you, or they're just ignoring the link?
No, they just haven't seen the link yet.
They haven't seen it. Eric's a very busy man. He's probably on one of those drunk streams,
He's on a drunk.
a drunk off-air stream, a drunken one stream.
He's got to be on a drunken stream. He's got to be with other drunks. He's got to be. Where his
You know who I haven't seen?
trolls?
Jordy. Did you send the link to Jordy?
Not yet.
I haven't seen him live in a while.
See, trolls wouldn't give you advice. He said. Trolls.
Why haven't you sent the link to Jordy?
Because I forgot.
I sent it over. Jordy is somebody who might actually join.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It's not like Eric or fucking Western Michael.
Western Mike. Well, Western Mike's not home.
Whatever, even if he was. And come on.
All right.
What does it say, guys? What does it say? High. What does that mean? What is high cortisol? I don't even know what that is.
Well, he's the guy. He's in medical school.
Do you know what that means, though?
Cortisol is a stress hormone,
A stress hormone. I don't have high stress, so that's
and
not.
it does contribute to a belly. But how does he know you have a belly if your belly's not showing?
Yeah. What the fuck? And I'm also highly not stressed at all.
There he is, Jordy.
I'm a very unstressful guy.
Oh, you are now. Actually, usually you're mellow like this when you smoke. When you're smoking cannabis. Okay, I just sent it to Jordy. We'll see. We'll see. I can't think of anybody else. Now, what's his name? Mick.
Mick
Uh,
the Raven.
he might. Maybe he's got a date. Maybe he hit it off with that girl. He met a girl that he got along with, and maybe he's with her.
Yeah. Who cares?
I don't know.
I don't think Mick adds a lot to the show, to be honest with you.
Oh, he has an awful lot when he talks to me privately.
But what about when he's on the show? I don't think he adds too much.
That's because he's watching football.
He's either watching football or he's just being silly. He makes like these really lame jokes.
No, I told him. I says I the thing is that he he contributes a lot when I talk to him privately. I said, why can't you do this on a live stream? Why are you doing? You see, I got a problem. My problem is a lot of people I know. They send me great shit privately on Messenger, but they won't come on a live stream show and share everything with the world, or they won't post their great material. Not some of them do, don't get me wrong, but most of them won't post it on the groups. They don't go public. It's like they're afraid to go public with anything controversial. I think they're the type that desperately needs to be liked by everyone. Please like me. Please approve of me. You know what I mean? So they don't go public.
I don't think Mick falls into that category though.
No, 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 no. He doesn't. But uh,
But I just think when he's on air that he just doesn't have anything of quality to say.
well, he doesn't talk about anything deep, or he only does it privately. I don't know why.
And he makes very lame like high school jokes. Not even high school, like middle school jokes.
Yeah.
And but he thinks he's very funny. That's the impression that I get. And I don't think he likes me. Maybe because I have told him that before. I don't know if I ever did.
Well, he doesn't. He doesn't really like anybody that shows right wing tendencies.
Okay. So yeah.
He despises them. So don't be surprised.
He makes dumb jokes about like he tries to be funny about like sex and stuff, but it's not funny. It's stupid.
Well, I asked these guys if you like red pill talk about relationships and everything. And I'm waiting. You want to bring up a topic besides Paul Mantia.
Who? You
No,
talking? You
I'm
talking to
telling
the chat?
these people if you have any topics of importance,
They don't.
yeah, they're attacking you because they want Paul. But I can't force Paul to come on.
I'm not gonna act like Paul. Maybe that's what they want.
No, I'm not gonna. No, well, neither am I. But I mean, I can't force him to come on.
Well, did you send the link to Paul?
I did before.
Okay, so
You,
whatever.
s-
You sent it. You sent it. That's the
you know,
best you can do.
I sent Paul. I sent it to a bunch of other guys. But I mean,
You sent to Sal,
yeah,
the,
he's
the
probably
birthday boy.
celebrating. Yeah, with his family. You know how it is.
He's probably fucking his wife, right?
These Italian guys, with the family, the family, the family, the family, the family, the family. Just tell your wife and everybody that you're gonna go on a live stream with my male friends. These married guys, man, they don't put their foot down. They get pussy whipped.
I don't think Sal's falls into that category.
No.
Sal's a man's man.
All right, dude. Talk about females. I'm serious.
You're
Talk
serious?
about relationships, females, all that stuff. Modern day women. Go ahead, lay it on me. I'll talk. We'll talk about it. Ronnie's big on the red pill lifestyle.
Not really, but I'll talk
You're
about it.
not. Listen, you
Red pill lifestyle.
you put your
I'm a married man.
well, well, yeah, but an alpha man can still be married and be the king of, of the house, the king of the castle. Not that you got to be abusive, but I'm just saying that you can also
Well, that's that. So you shouldn't have to put that caveat in there that you shouldn't have to be abusive because that should be known already. The
right.
problem is that there's a lot of young people out there, young men that have no direction in life. They play video games and shit, and they want to be like an alpha male, but it's like, damn, man, I don't know. They never grew up that way, and now all of a sudden they realize that they needed to do that, and so they go too far, and
Get a
you know
paternal.
those.
Yeah.
I
Get a
was never like that. I never had that problem. You know, like,
get a paternity test. That's my answer to you. No, you to be to have masculine energy and be an alpha or sigma man and be married. Uh, you can still
let me just say something real quick, James.
you can
This
still
comment is not real. He's just fucking with you.
you don't believe you really got a girl knocked up and the
I don't
baby's
believe anything that he says about any topic.
alpha males. Calvin would be Calvin Klein jeans. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's like all gibberish. You know
Nice.
what? The best thing is not to acknowledge what they're saying.
I guess yeah. Just give it up. Yeah.
That's it. Kaput. All right,
So
guys.
so let's go back. How was mass tonight, James? James went to 5 o'clock.
Mass was good. Mass was good. But the thing, what I'm trying to get
So I
back,
s you
what I'm
took a
trying to get
video of
back
the
to the
guy with
subject
the guitar.
of marriage. Oh, that's Billy Jones.
Do you like that? It seemed a little tacky, right?
Well, he's the one that was jealous of my African drum that I was playing.
Oh, that's the guy you have a problem with.
I had a problem with. Yeah, he was.
So there's
He's got to be the center. He
uh,
doesn't want anybody stealing his thunder.
he's not that good. I wouldn't say he's not that good.
Yeah, he had gigs before he retired. You know, he used to do private parties and gigs.
Really.
I think he's a dude that never made it big in the music industry.
And so he plays guitar at mass at
So he's
5 o'clock on a Saturday.
so he has church groupies. He has admirers. He has church.
Is there people at that mass who really like him?
Not when I first started going, he had a couple admirers, but that's it. No, nobody pays attention to him.
He doesn't seem that impressive.
No, he was
You,
really
you know
not. He was not nice to me when I was practicing.
the problem I would say with these people who play the guitar and they're not that good and they take away from the mass, I would say. And the people in the pews can
No, he
see
knows how to play. No, don't get me
what the video you showed me wasn't that good. It wasn't that great. I mean, at least in my opinion, that's what I
wrong.
think.
Okay.
And I know I'm from a different generation from you, so maybe my point of view is not that great of somebody playing
Well,
guitar at mass.
you gotta understand the song he was singing. I mean, he wasn't doing Chuck Berry or anything. You know, it was a church song. It was slow.
I
Uh,
so go ahead.
I mean, he played March of the Wooden Soldiers on his guitar, and he sounded great. I mean, it depends on the song.
I would
I
say
want to get back to marriage.
okay.
I want to hammer marriage. You can still
Well,
have
I can talk about that.
you can still have your hobbies
Yeah,
and
of course.
be a married man. You don't have to sacrifice what you enjoy, what you
Mm,
love,
mm.
and it could be whatever, as long as the guy's not weird and freaky and
Well,
self-destructive. If your hobbies are normal,
this is a hobby. I talk on
right.
on Saturday nights. I join here. So
No, guys, I'm ignoring. I hate to say it, but I'm ignoring your comments because you're trolling. You're talking nonsense. All right, just in case you're wondering why I'm not reading your stuff. Yeah, so a man can still keep his hobbies and interests and be a married man and tell his wife, "Look, uh, I really want Mexican food tonight. I'm in the mood for Mexican food, and that's what I'm going to eat. Uh, if you want, if you want something different, and you're insisting, why don't we order from Grubhub, and you order what you want, and I order what I want? Because I'm sorry, I'm not in the mood to go eat where you want to eat, and that's it. And but you got to stand by that. Or I'm going to do a live stream with my male friends. I'm going to do Joker's Wild Wednesday. Uh, "Oh, you don't spend quality time with me." I said, "Sure I do. I'm with you every day and every night. What do you mean I don't spend quality time with you? I spend a lot of quality time with you. But I also enjoy hanging out on a live stream show, uh, doing beer reviews. And that's what I'm going to do. But you got to stick by it. Like, it's like being a parent. The kids got to learn the word no, and you got to stand by it.
how long were you married, James?
Uh, 3 years.
Okay.
But that was a different
Did
situation.
you ever run into these type of problems while
She,
you were married?
yeah, she whined and complained when I went live stream. Yeah, she whined and complained, but she left after she got her green card. You see, I was used. I was used for a green card.
You say that you were.
Well, the lawyer said it, and the I reported her to immigration for what she did, and immigration says I got a huge stack of Americans that were. What are you trying to get at? You trying to be a wise guy?
Me?
Yeah. What are you trying to
No,
say?
not at all. I was just asking how long you were married for.
I mean, irrelevant of the fact is that married men in general, should not have to put up with a controlling, manipulative
Oh. Oh, okay.
wife.
So I was at maybe asking what your experience was with it.
My experience was that she bitched and moaned about when I have my hobbies. Okay. And she bitched and moaned
Okay.
about money, lack of things like that. But it was
So she
interesting.
was really a bitch then, right?
Yeah, she came from Colombia, South America,
Uh huh.
and she had a lot of relatives here.
In Jersey,
Luckily, she paid for everything. She paid for the immigration lawyer.
she
She
paid for the wedding.
she paid for everything. Her father's a very popular pediatrician in Cartagena, which is on the Caribbean. It's a resort city.
I know where
But
it is.
she acted like that. She was going to be living the rich life coming to the United States.
You seem like a very smart guy.
Well, she was a great actress. Don't
So
forget, she had my family fooled.
it confuses me how you were fooled by
I,
that.
I was fooled because she acted very sincere when we were dating, and the first year or so of marriage, she was very sincere. She spent every holiday with my family, and they all were very good to her, and they all loved her. And She was.
Your sister liked her? Well,
Yeah.
I know you're
Well,
pretty close
my
to your
sister,
sister.
my sister and her husband, they're Republicans, and
Mm.
they don't like.
Immigrants?
And as an Italian Republican,
Yeah.
they don't like anybody. I'm sure the same thing goes on with Irish Americans. They don't like anybody that's not Caucasian, that's not
Yeah.
lily white and American.
Yeah,
So
sure.
they accepted her because they felt if I was happy, and that's all that counted.
Okay. Okay.
So, but they really, my relatives really didn't like
How
people that
about your mom too?
they were bigots. My mom was a bigot.
That's all right.
She was a bigot.
I mean, you say bigot,
I'm telling you the truth.
they would just say old school. You know.
They were old school, right? They were old school, but they were also prejudice, racist,
Yeah,
and
but that's how it was. That's how it was.
you know what I mean.
I know. Yeah.
They used derogatory slang terms for people
Yeah.
that were different, and
Yeah. So how did you come out of that family um somewhat differently?
well,
Is it
I was
because
always an independent, critical, free thinker. I didn't march in lockstep. I knew when my uncles were giving me bullshit. Like Sonny boy. They used to tell me all kinds of bullshit. Like, uh, want to meet a nice girl? Meet her in church. Right? Yeah, right.
that's a good advice though.
No, it's not because all the girls in church
It's good advice,
are
James.
too they're too good for hooking up with a guy. If you know what I mean, they're too pious.
I know.
How you gonna hook up when they don't?
But what if you did do that? Where do you think you would be at today?
Well, I might still be married.
You would be.
I might.
You'd have a few kids too. You'd probably have a few grandkids.
Oh, forget it. She'll take me to the poorhouse with the family court. No, I don't want no kids. I don't want no kids. You think I want to be number two in the house? You think I want to make appointments to have sex? No.
Appointments to have
To
sex.
make a point. Well, the kid. Okay, mommy, I'm having nightmares. Mommy, open the door. There's a monster in my closet. Oh, mommy, get the fuck out of here.
So where do you think where did you get
Let's talk about
your
sex.
outlook on life from?
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and remember salt and pepper. Oh, I'm sorry. You asked me a question.
Well, all right, so I'm just asking because it seems like you come from a pretty old school Italian family, but I'm well aware of that mentality, right? So where did you step off to the side and now you're not like them, right? Or is there anybody in your family who you are like?
Yeah, my grandfather. He was a very left in terms of his way of thinking. He believed in
Your grandfather?
he was a huge fan of science fiction, mysticism. He was a left wing democratic socialist that taught me a lot.
Now, when you say Democrat, pretty much everybody was always a Democrat back in
No,
the
no,
day.
no. He was further to the left than that. He was basically a socialist.
Okay, okay. Because my family they were all Democrats too.
Yeah,
They
but
all
the people that are loyal to the Democrat Party are usually moderates.
yeah.
They're establishment people. They're yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like Lyndon Johnson. Oh, no one's going to tell me he was a
Well,
socialist.
what I would say is FDR was president for so many years, and he was a Democrat, and basically everybody in your parents' generation
Right.
served in World War II, so they were all army guys, and their wives all supported them, and so Roosevelt was always there, and Roosevelt was a Democrat.
Well, Roosevelt was familiar. He was always there, but
Right.
he was also a little bit to the left in the
Yeah,
Democrat.
yeah, yeah. People in that generation grew up with Roosevelt because they grew up in the Depression. They grew up with World War II. So this is like my grandparents' generation.
Yeah.
Um,
Why-
and that's just all that they ever knew because he was there for so long. So it was like they defaulted to voting for Democrats always.
Just like people in the deep South default to voting Republican because their family voted for them, their grandparents voted for Republican. Now, the Dixiecrats was like George Wallace. They jumped ship after the civil. They don't like the civil rights movement, so then they became a lot of them became Republican. But you see, you know how how I could tell FDR was socialist. He tried to push the second Bill of Rights, and
He did, yeah, you're right about
if
that.
you
Yeah.
read the second Bill of Rights, that's
Uh-huh.
democratic
He was
socialism.
he was socialist.
It is.
FDR was a
It,
socialist.
he cared very much. Now the mistake that was made, and I don't know who did it, was putting
Put
Japanese
it.
Americans in internment camps.
Oh, that was FDR's decision. But
That was
he was probably a racist. But everybody was a racist back then. Just how it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They used to call like
But
people from China Chinaman.
Chinaman. Hey, well, I mean, you can still say that now. Who cares? Chinaman. What the fuck does that
No,
mean?
it's not. It's
It's
really
a
not.
man from China. Whatever.
It's not
But
politically
they
well.
had so that's the politically correct stuff is the problem. You shouldn't have to be politically correct.
Right.
But anyway, so FDR appointed Truman as his VP in his last term. So when he died, Truman became president, and Truman wasn't a socialist. He was a Democrat, but
Right.
he wasn't socialist leaning like
See,
FDR was.
yeah. This is why, Chief. This is why I stopped responding. All right. The trolling. Look at this.
Yeah, so whatever, just ignore
Oh,
it.
so Trump is not a democrat. You see, this is why I'm not paying attention to you people. This is it. This
Yeah,
is the
me too.
reason.
So ignore it, James. Don't worry about it.
I'm trying to tell him. He says he's deeply hurt because I'm not acknowledging that
He's not deeply hurt.
the Great Depression is caused by Israeli settlers in the United States clipping. Not now. Now I like the commentary. The Great Depression was caused by Israeli settlers in America clipping coins and forcing the the base presidents to make women vote. No, now you're being ridiculous. No, no. I thought you were going to say something like the Zionists, screwing things up and everything. No, see, now you're being stupid. No, I'm not going to respond to your messages because number one, you're not really Ed Krasenstein. I know that. And number two, you're a fucking troll. So tune out. Goodbye.
What is it? Tune in, tune out, and what's it saying? This in the 60s?
You see, look at it. You're a fucking asshole. You're a prick, Krasenstein. How are we going to cook 6 million cookies in 10 years? Best I could do
All
was
right, James.
7.
Just forget it.
No, they're not going to make me feel bad.
Just forget.
Fuck you, assholes.
Stop reading it. Why are you getting upset?
No, because they're trying to lay a guilt trip on me.
Just ignore it. Don't worry about it.
Right, I should. I am going to ignore it. Fuck you
What
guys.
what's the motto they said in the hippies? Tune out, tune
He
tune
says
in.
if you don't acknowledge the comments, he's going to tune out. Well, then tune out.
No, that's not what I'm saying though.
What?
I'm asking you, the hippies had a saying in the 60s. What
Oh,
was it? You don't remember? Something something. Tune in and tune out or some shit. I don't know. I just thought you
I'm
might
sure
know.
there was a lot of hippie slang back then. I'm sure there was.
Yeah, but it's like a famous thing. Like if somebody from your generation should know it, but it's okay.
Yeah, they used to talk like that on Laughing. Rowan and Martin's Laughing. 60s shows.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Now,
Let me ask you a question, James.
yeah,
You you just recently have returned to church, right?
yeah,
You didn't go for many years.
yes, that is true.
You lived right next door to the church for how many years, and you didn't go.
Well, I didn't go because of church people, because
But how many years was it?
I'd say, hold on, I'd say the first uh, 5, 6 years, 5 or 6 years, five. Let's say 5 years. The first
Okay,
5.
okay. So for 5 years, you lived literally next door to this church.
Yeah, because church people were pissing me off.
So it's really a shame that you're just getting back into your Catholic faith because
Yes,
you have always been Catholic, right?
yes.
So it's a shame that you're just getting back into it, and this church is right next door, and it might close.
Yeah, that's ironic, isn't it?
And you're going to adoration when they have it. You don't go to daily mass because you don't want to get up early.
No, well,
But
at least I go like on a weekend.
uh-huh. But yeah, I mean it's a shame. It seems like it's well,
Well, I don't.
it's a shame for you personally because you are coming back into the faith, and that church is kind of letting you down in a way, right? Because it's not going to be there. But
Well,
also at the same time, you were not there for 5 years when you could have been.
well, yeah. Um, I also feel bad that a historic landmark,
Oh, it's horrible.
such a
Absolutely.
beautiful church that was built in
Yeah.
1904 and opened in 1906.
And if that gets sold to the Muslims and it becomes a mosque, I would move out of where you are because that's a bad omen.
The what do you call?
They have
Yeah,
that beautiful stained glass windows.
it was
That's a beautiful church.
it was built by Irish American priests, and because Edgewater is a very Irish community. I
But
mean,
is it still?
yes, I mean the original. The originals were the whole,
Huh.
like all the generations were. They still have their homes. They're older homes. Yeah, and
What is it now? What is the demographics now?
it's pretty mixed. There's a lot of Koreans. There's a lot of Hispanics.
Um, well, Hispanics are okay,
Yeah. There's no. They don't bother. They're actually friendly. There's not too many
but
blacks.
they're also
There's really
Catholic.
no
A,
blacks.
a lot of Hispanics are usually Catholic or maybe Christian.
Yeah, no, actually, they're all quite friendly. Actually, they are the nicest. They
But
them
but do you
and
think?
the Philippine and the Korean Catholics. They are the nicest parishioners.
Oh,
They
really?
really are nice. But it's
The
and oh,
crotchety old people.
and the Irish Americans, the Irish living there with an accent from Ireland. They're very nice. But I'm talking about the snooty, pretentious.
So
So
who's that?
yeah, but it is what it is. I mean, I made it my business to learn how to do the rosary the right way.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what do you think? What do you think the problem is though? How come?
attendance is down.
Why is attendance down?
That's a good question. People don't have faith anymore. They're turning their back on the Lord.
They're going to
Feel
the
they feel that
non-denominational churches. That a lot of people are doing that.
I'm not
Because
a real Christian. Read Deuteronomy. Also, so you are.
James, just
So this person is
ignore it.
probably
Ignore
a
it. Ignore it.
self-righteous motherfucker. You're a self-right. I'm an infidel. You're a self-righteous person who thinks you have a bat phone to God.
Why are you bothering
I'm
with
not going
this?
to be bothering me. These are the same assholes that were trying.
Can we have a conversation?
Yeah, these are the same assholes that were trying to aggravate Paul Manthea because they're jealous of the magnificent Manthea. All right, go ahead. Return to the. It is what it is. You think I want to see the Catholic Church?
Why do you think the attendance is down? Your
I
what is your
don't know.
opinion on it?
I
What's your
can't.
opinion?
I can't speak for the minds of others, but I think that society has gotten so bad.
Maybe the minds of those other people, they have the mind that you had for those 5 years that you lived there and you never went to the church. They have that same mind that you used to have, right? Does that make sense?
I don't know. I don't know what
But
goes through
but you
people's.
know what I'm saying, right?
But but society is not good right now. I
No.
hope you realize that.
And that's why that's more the reason why you should be going to church because society is not good. So you go to church to get away from society, right? Because church is not part of society. It's not supposed to be.
You're right
It's not
about
supposed to be part of society.
that. You're right.
It's supposed to
Well,
be countercultural is really
when
what
I'm
it's
when
supposed to
I'm
be.
there when I'm there in the early afternoon
Mhm.
uh, for the adoration thing, it's peaceful. You know what I hear? I hear the trickling of the holy water in the baptismal tub.
Right, yeah, that's what you have in your videos, yeah.
It's solitude. It's
Right.
peaceful.
Right.
And when you hear the sermons, it's supposed to be inspirational
Uh-huh. Mhm.
and comforting.
Yeah.
All right,
Is
and
it?
you're not supposed to be part of the world when
No.
you're in church.
No. You're not supposed to be part of the world at any time.
Like you could be in the world, but not
Mhm.
part of the world.
That's what you're supposed to do all the time, not just when you're at church, but especially when you're at church. But even when you're at the grocery store or wherever, you're not supposed to be in the world. You're in the world, but you're not supposed to be part of the world.
Yeah, because the world
Is evil.
is so full of wickedness. It's evil.
The world is controlled by the devil.
Yeah, and I believe that the archdemons are at work, like Mammon. That's his name. He's in charge of greed. I believe he has an influence on our politicians and
Don't worry about it. See, you get too involved with politicians.
corporate. Yeah, but yeah, but no. Politicians are supposed to be our public servants.
But they never will be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Or you could say that, but
Yeah, but
that's
what
just
better what better people could a demon influence than politicians? I mean, I
they can
mean,
influence everybody.
yeah, but
Everybody.
politicians can cause more harm than regular people.
You know who they influence that's even worse than politicians?
Christy Noam.
Is Hollywood. Hollywood and all that shit was influenced by the
Yeah.
devil a long time ago.
Well,
But people pay more attention to Hollywood than they pay attention to
but
politicians.
the satanic cult is very much involved with the entertainment industry in
Of
Hollywood.
course, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's been like that for a very long time.
But you don't think corrupt politicians in Washington are not demon influenced?
I think people pay more attention to popular culture like Hollywood than they pay attention to politics. So,
Unfortunately, yeah.
why is it unfortunate?
No, it's unfortunate that they look up to Hollywood and movie stars
Yeah, but they do.
and performers like whatever Taylor Swift has to say. They care so much.
Because there might be a few politicians out there who are good, but there's not really any. good people in Hollywood at all.
No, they're all very self-centered.
They've all sold their soul to the devil. They really do that.
Yeah, there's
Well, the city of Los Angeles, which is crazy to say because it's named after the angels, but
City of Angels.
it's an evil city. It's controlled by the devil.
Well, the secret society that supposedly controls the entertainment industry.
The Jews.
No, they're just Zionists that are, part of.
I think the Jews are part of it. I mean,
Not regular Jew, not regular hardworking middle class Jews. I'm talking about
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Zionists are not the average
Yeah,
Jewish person.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're not.
There's lots to look into with that whole.
Yeah, that's another talk show.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, you have Eastern European. The oligarch is started in Eastern Europe, Eastern European Jews, and they're the ones like Netanyahu is not an Israelite. He's
They're Eastern Europeans.
he's
Yeah.
an Eastern European hook nose, and
The
they're
original Jews probably more so are would look like the Palestinians.
right. They're Semitic people. They're Middle Eastern
Yeah,
people.
I mean these Europeans just came and took over their land there.
Well, you know who created the nation of Israel in 1948 is the Rothschilds, the
Mm.
infamous Rothschild, Jacob Rothschild.
I mean they probably had a hand in it. It was under control of the British.
Yeah. Well, before that, it was Palestine,
Uh huh.
and but it's funny. I always laugh, and even the priest laughs. All the statues made of people from the Bible, made by artists
They're white.
from the Vatican. They all look like they're Northern Europeans, like German. Like they all have blonde hair, blue eyes, and light skin. Like all the statues
That's true. Yeah,
and
that's true.
images. And in reality, the Israelites were not.
They were Semitic people.
Yeah, they weren't like they didn't look like Northern Europeans.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
You know.
But
So
it is what it is.
right, they're made. They're historic landmarks.
I mean, you have black priests from Africa come over here to the United States to help us out because we don't have enough young men becoming priests in America
You
that
know,
we have that we have to get priests from Africa,
people listen. I want
and
to.
and they don't say anything about the Virgin Mary statue being white or
And
Jesus being, you know.
there were a lot of priests in my hometown that were Philippine. My father Jose is Filipino.
Filipinos are very Catholic.
They're very
They're-
Catholic.
It's a
Now,
very Catholic country.
let me tell you about a priest from Africa. The substitute priest that covers for Father Jose when he has to go somewhere.
I'll be back. James. Give me a minute. You can continue.
No, I want to wait for you. Now, you guys want Democrats. Yeah, here we got another right wing cocksucker, another right wing motherfucker. I preach the ideals of eunuch. I'm a city slicker. Remember Mr. Haney on Green Acres? Hello, Mr. Douglas. I got something to sell you. He used to call them city slickers. Yes, I'm a city. Actually, I hate the city. I'm literally 15 minutes from Midtown NYC, where all the tourists go, and I don't go. I don't go. I don't like big cities. I don't like concrete jungles. I like Mother Nature. I like to commune with nature, the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. Um, where I used to live, um, 20 minutes west of here. I We had coyotes, wild turkey, uh, the usual possums, raccoons, um, skunks, the usual varmints and critters. I like nature. We had hawks. I had red-tailed hawks building nests across the street from me. Um, yeah. Let me ask you a question. You people, if there are any people out there from the south or from out west, where the puppy killer Christy Noem, Montana, Christy Noem, and all the skinheads are out west too in Idaho. All you folks that live down yonder. How come you all are suckers in believing in capitalism, the right wing Republican capitalism really works for you? They really care about you. What makes you think that trickle down economics is real? That it wasn't a big lie. You guys got suckered in, and you also believe that a fertilized egg is a human baby. That's another dumbass misconception. No, it's a potential life, just like an acorn is an oak tree. It's not a baby. So, and don't forget all the inbred people down south and that live out yonder, like a foghorn leghorn would say. I say there, son. I say I ain't no chicken hawk. You know. So you want me to acknowledge your right-wing extremist comments? Well, this is not a right-wing extremist show, so I'm not going to acknowledge them. Anyway, refresh my memory. What was I talking about?
I don't know. You start from. I just came
Uh,
back. It sounds like you went off on a crazy tangent.
no, it wasn't a crazy tangent. I was saying something. Not everything Ronnie S. says is gospel. I was telling a story that was based on truth. We were talking about, priests. Yes, African priests. The guy that
Oh yeah,
substitute.
yeah.
You're trivializing what I'm going to say.
Oh, not why? Why would you
Yeah,
say
you're
that?
going. Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
I
Right.
said that because I was remembering that that's what you were talking about.
I was going to say he's from Nigeria.
Why, why, why are you so defensive about nothing?
He's a very nice man, and he's a very good priest.
There's a very good African
He
priest in
gives
my parish too.
he
I
gives
agree. I agree with you.
he gives great sermons.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Nigeria. He's and everybody clapped, gave a standing ovation. They loved him, and I thought he was great. So
He's a
but
lot. He's probably a lot better than these wishy-washy white old man priests that have nothing to say about just you gotta love and be good to your neighbor and that's it.
don't teach.
And they have nothing. No, they don't teach. They have nothing of substance to really say, and it's a shame, James. It's a shame
You know,
because that is the American church, and so now the American church is a mission church, and it's being missioned from Africa and from India.
and from the Philippines. Well, Philippines.
Because they actually have a real message to say. I mean, these African priests are very traditional priests, and they are no bullshit. They'll tell you the truth.
You know what's funny? When I hear sermons from non-American immigrants,
They're usually good.
they're very good.
Yeah,
They're very
I
good.
know, I know. I
I
I,
haven't
I
heard.
agree with that. I agree with that.
I haven't heard a bad sermon yet from an
It
American.
might be hard to understand their accent sometimes, but get over it, man. Just fucking stop being such a prick.
No, some yeah, but some of them don't have bad accents. I could understand the African guy, you know.
I mean, when you say bad accent, they have some kind of accent,
I
but
mean, I mean,
obviously they talk a little bit
I
different.
mean, a little accent, but not like
But
heavy.
but you have these crotchety old ladies, these white old ladies who are like, I can't understand what he says. Well, too bad, because that's what you get. Because you didn't raise sons to be priests, right? She's just one example, but of many
Yeah.
thousands of they
Now,
they didn't want to raise their sons in America to be
now,
priests. So
Father,
so now America has no priests.
so
That's
Father
that's what
Ray,
that's what happened.
Father Ray Walsh is very American, but he's one of the exceptions.
He's one of the exceptions. Yeah,
He
I mean
gives a
they're
very
there,
he gives a very inspirational sermon, and
they're there, but they're an exception.
but he has a degree in theology. He went to
They all do. They all have a
he
degree.
learned and then he went to what is it, seminary school they call it?
Yeah, they have to go to seminary.
Yeah.
They first get a degree in philosophy before they get the degree in theology. So they're very well educated people. They're much more educated than the Protestants, or who they don't even need an education at all. They just become preachers,
Yeah,
and
you're right about that.
if if
Like
if they can yell and get a crowd going, then they're fine.
yeah,
But they
like
don't they don't really teach you anything.
yeah. Or if you become an ordained minister like Paul Mantia did.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I mean, this is stupid. It's
now,
fucking ridiculous.
now the
But you can do that. Like Paul can take that and literally open up a storefront in Brooklyn, and that's why they have all these stupid ass little churches like
all
that.
you go, I mean like little chapels. All you got to do is get the emotions stirred in people, and you got it made. People love to be entertained, and they love emotional people.
But it's the same with Catholics too. They want to be entertained. Like you even say that you want to be entertained, and it's not about
No,
entertainment.
I have no problem doing an educational show.
No, I'm talking about when you go to mass. It's not about entertainment. You're not there to be entertained. You're there to worship.
Uh, yeah, well, why do you think I do the serious rosary prayer when it's like dead silence with trickling holy water? That's what I don't do. I can't do. I'm listening to the priest when I'm there during mass, but
But you complain about standing up or kneeling down. It's just what you got to do.
I get comfortable. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard this nonsense complaint since I was a kid. Oh, I got to stand up. I got to kneel down. You're a Catholic. That's what you do.
And what about the show offs that annoy me? They're like this.
Don't worry about them. It's not your business.
You know what?
That
You don't.
what
You
they
know, you
what they
people,
do is not your business to be
those
concerned about.
jabronis think they have a bat phone. My sister told me, don't worry about people. Just worry about the Lord. Just
That's what I'm
concentrate on the
saying.
Lord.
That's exactly, yeah.
Don't worry about people.
So what is your sister is Catholic?
Yeah. No, she's devout.
Like me?
Not not quite as devout as you, but she's close. She's close. She's got religious things on the wall. Little prayers here and there. No,
So
she's a believer.
she's just a Catholic. That's Catholic.
Yeah, but she's a Catholic and Christian. That, in other words, she's not closed-minded to non-denominational Christians,
It's a non-Catholic Christian. You're saying?
non-Catholic Christians. She's not, she doesn't discriminate against them, but she is a believer, and uh, she tries her best to walk the walk, and
That's
you
good.
know,
It's good. It's good.
and that's that.
She sounds like a good woman.
Yeah. What do you think? Those LED flickering LED candles I sent you were really cool looking, huh? With the ice crystals. You put the, that's what they have in the church now. They don't have like real candles that you light.
At my church, they have real candles.
Well, that's great because you could smell the wax. You could
Yeah,
smell it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I know some of them don't.
So when they light novenas, they're lighting real
Yeah,
candles.
it's a real candle. Yeah, it's better that way, right?
But no, they do light real candles in the by the
In
altar
the altar. Yeah, but I
when
know what
they
you're saying. On the side,
on the side.
yeah. In my church, those are also real candles they have on the side.
They light. They're big. They're big candles, and they do the thurible is that thing that goes ding ding
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
clang.
You're right. That is what it's called.
It's
Yeah.
called the thurible, and I think they
And
put
it
Frank.
has the incense in it.
Yeah, I think that I asked him, is that frankincense and myrrh? And he shook his head. Yeah, frankincense and myrrh. What the magi with the three
Mm-hmm,
kings brought
mm-hmm.
Bethlehem: gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Right, right, right.
And anyway, frankincense and myrrh smells great. I ordered them one time. I ordered a lot of them on Amazon. The cones, because the cones they'll burn. They burn straight down very easily. The sticks used to burn out on me. They used to go, before prematurely burn out. The Yeah, but the fake candles now look realistic. But
They look real, yeah,
you
but they're
can't.
not real.
No, that's why I um, I thought I paid too much for it, but $14
And
for I wanted.
14.
No, I ordered a pine scented big candle. I should have got it from Yankee Candle Company. I got one from another company, and it didn't have a strong enough pine smell because I love pine, and I got it, and because I wanted a smell of a real Christmas tree in the house during the Advent season. I wanted to smell pine, and I learned my lesson. I'm not gonna. If I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna get it from the Yankee Candle Company, because it's a wonderful smell. I mean, it's like I grew up smelling that because the family had real pine trees
Hmm.
um, every year, and
Did you
smell
come from a big family?
when everybody was alive. Yeah, now that but my I only have one brother, one half brother. I'm sorry, I have one half brother and one sister. That's it. We're close
So
to
it's
our first our first
not that big.
no first cousin Donna. Her name is Donna. We're close to her, but that's it.
You only have one cousin?
No, we have other cousins that vanished. They don't keep in touch.
Okay.
Yeah, all the other cousins don't keep in touch. Actually, the aunts and uncles eventually went their own way,
Mm-hmm.
or they croaked, and now it's just
So you only have one cousin that you keep in contact with?
one cousin. And we do video. She moved down the Jersey Shore. We do.
I think you had her on the show one time,
Yeah,
right?
Donna, you met her.
I don't think I met her, but I saw her on the show.
Well, yeah, Sid was
She
insulting her.
seems like a very nice lady, actually.
No, she is very nice. Sid was insulting her because he wanted some hot hoochie on, and I don't know any hot hoochies to
No.
come on the show because hot hoochies
Did
don't.
that bother her? Is that why she never came back?
No, I never told. No, I never told that because
Oh,
she
okay.
would have cursed him out.
Okay, okay. Yeah, she seemed cool. You should have her on more often.
Yeah. She enjoys
She
the.
calls you Jimmy, right?
Yeah, she enjoys the cannabis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
sister has a whole collection of bongs and pipes like you. She also enjoys the cannabis.
Okay.
Uh, my sister Lisa, so that's their
But your
incense.
sister never has joined before, right?
No, nah, she's not interested in it. She's like her husband. They're low profile people. They're not, Same thing with the Carla. She don't want to come on. These some people are just freaking low profile.
A
You
lot
know,
of people.
they don't want to. I said, don't you want to be a celebrity? Like we're celebrities, right?
Uh,
We got the
it sounds like you have a good family over there, though.
no, they're no. It's a good family. They
I know
live.
you always go to your sister's house for holidays, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, they know there's not many of us. They know it's just us.
Now your sister
So
doesn't have any kids either,
so
right?
we appreciate each other more. No, no, she never.
So it's not gonna, the family's not gonna continue on.
No, no. My family name is not going to continue on.
That's a shame.
No, there's not going to be any little James P.
There's
Madonnas.
no more Madonnas at all.
No, they're around, but they're not. They're not. They're not like in our immediate family circle. No, they're all the Madonnas, and I'm sure they
They
have.
have to be on your dad's side.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. My dad wasn't very. He was like a first class asshole, and my
Mm.
sister verifies that also. But I don't care about his.
It's a cool name though, Madonna.
Yeah, um, yeah. My middle name is Pasquale, but
That's also a cool name.
Andrew Anderson, the wrestler's daughter, Olivia, called me Piranha Madonna. She said that sounded better. I said, "Yeah, you're right, James Piranha Madonna."
Hey, Pasquale is a very Italian name, but the short of Pasquale can be Pat, which sounds Irish.
That's what I
Right?
heard.
Did you know that?
Some Pasquales are Pat,
They
and
like to call themselves Pat, which makes them sound like they're Irish.
but the actual Italian word for Patrick is Patrico. But yeah, Pasquale can be Pat. Yeah.
I think that's like an Americanized version of it, you know.
Well,
But it's very misleading because if your name is Pasquale, just leave it like that. Why would you call yourself Pat? No.
well, it goes back to saying, "It is what it is. I am what I am." If it's Pasquale, it's
It seems
Pasquale.
like it seems like a cool name.
What about women that have an unattractive first name that are very beautiful? Like, remember there was a model,
But Pasquale is not an unattractive name.
like there was a model named Maud Adams.
Do you think it's unattractive?
Well, I don't go around saying Pasquale
I think it sounds
unless
cool.
somebody asks me.
I think it sounds cool, man.
It's just easier to say
Which
P.
is just an Italian name. Pete?
P-E-E. James P. P. What's your middle name? My name is middle initial P. What is it? How do you spell it? P-E-E. P. No.
Pasquale is a cool name. It's a cool name.
Yeah. So,
So to replace that with Pat, I don't get it. I don't get it. Especially if you're Italian, why would you want to sound like you're Irish?
right. Well, James in Hebrew is Jacob. Jacob is the Hebrew name for James.
In Spanish, it's Jacobo.
Jaime. No, it's wait. James is Jaime.
Jacob is Jacobo.
Jaime. Well, ask your wife.
James is Jaime.
Just like William is Guillermo. William is Guillermo. Joseph in Italian is Giuseppe, and Joseph is Juan. No, Juan is John. I'm sorry, in Spanish. Juan is John.
Yeah.
Joseph is
Jose.
Jose. Yes, right. Jose. It's Joseph.
Now there are some Spanish people who name their children Jesus, which you don't see that in other cultures. You would never name your son Jesus.
I don't feel comfortable with
I
that.
don't. I would not feel comfortable with that.
I don't think
But
it. I think
but
it's disrespectful
I,
to.
I, I agree. I agree. I agree. But they do it. They name them Jesus. There's a lot of Jesuses out there.
I know. I know.
Yeah. There's a lot of Marias, but that's okay because there's a lot of Marys.
Well, yeah, Maria,
But
Mary, right?
yeah, the Irish people a lot of times would very very popular to name their daughter Mary. I have a lot of cousins named Mary.
Yeah, it's a very Catholic thing to do because Mary's very important in the Catholic Church. Now, even though she was originally a human, when she ascended into heaven, she was like coronated to be the queen.
She was not she didn't ascend into heaven. She was assumed into heaven.
Well,
There's a
she
difference.
became the queen of heaven.
But the difference is he ascended into heaven.
Oh,
Me-
ascension means you enter heaven. Ascension, right?
Ascended means that Jesus and ascended body and soul, right?
Yeah.
But Mary was assumed, right? So it's basically like it was not her will. God assumed her, right? Where Jesus ascended because it was his will because he was God. So
Right.
he ascended.
And he was seated at the
Or
right hand of the Father.
Mary was assumed body and soul because she couldn't ascend because she's not God. But God assumed her to be in heaven as well. That's the difference.
Oh, so ascension is more for a higher holy rank.
Ascension means that Jesus did it himself. He took that upon himself because he can,
He
because
can.
he's God. Where Mary was assumed because she can't take it upon herself.
Right.
God assumed
Well,
her
just like
to enter heaven.
an archangel can, if he has work to do on earth, he can descend to earth to do his job and then enter, go back to heaven on his own. An archangel, because an archangel is was never human. They're a very powerful, high-ranking, supernatural being. Um,
But
yeah,
you understand the difference between Jesus and Mary, right?
yeah, yes. God, God. When she passed away, God um, uh, was
She
in
didn't she
control.
didn't die, so her body was never buried.
Oh, really?
No, she
Oh,
was
I
she was
didn't know
she
that.
was, she was
Mary never passed
assumed.
away, died a mortal death.
She did die a mortal death, but she was never buried. Her body immediately assumed
Oh,
into
I didn't
heaven.
know. I didn't know that. That's the story. Oh, wow.
That's one of the mysteries of the Rosary.
Oh, so there was not a dead mortal, a
There is
dead deceased
no
mortal body of Mary that was put into a tomb or a grave, that her
correct,
whole body and spirit.
correct, correct.
Oh,
But it was not on her own volition. They used the word assume instead of ascend because it was not on her part. God took her, assumed her.
right. Because she was,
Whereas Jesus, he ascended because he is God.
yeah,
He can ascend himself.
because Mary was a mortal woman that was the mother of
Of God,
Christ.
right?
She was the Immaculate Conception. She was chosen to
So she
carry.
never she was born without original sin. No, she never sinned, and she was perpetually a virgin.
Wait a minute. Well, what happened when she married Joseph? She was celibate?
Yeah,
Really?
That's why her name is the Virgin Mary. That's what her title is, right?
So she
Virgin
married
Mary.
Joseph,
So she's a virgin.
but they never had relations.
Never. Nope. No relations. Now, when Joseph found out that she was pregnant with Jesus initially, he quietly wanted to divorce her, and he wanted to do it quietly because he didn't want her to be stoned to death, because that's what the Jewish people would do if she was considered an adulterer. So he quietly wanted to divorce her because he was a good man. And then the angel came to him and said, she is pregnant with God.
Oh, so it was probably Gabriel. Gabriel's the
I
divine
I,
messenger.
I think it was Gabriel.
Gabriel's the one that told Mary that you're going to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he came to Joseph as well and told him that Mary with was pregnant with Jesus, and not to divorce her. And
And that he,
that's what so Joseph was the head of the household because he was told to by God, even though he knew that he wasn't the father.
well, you know that men had concubines and mistresses back then.
I don't think Joseph did, though.
I don't believe Joseph led a life of celibacy.
So traditionally, that's what he did. Yeah,
Mary led a life of like a nun.
yeah,
She,
yeah.
yeah, she refrained from any. There were no conjugal duties as a wife with Joseph.
Mm-mm.
Um, so that's well, hey, you know more than I do about the intricacies of what happened. So the mysteries. That's part of the mysteries of the Rosary.
Well, the Assumption of Mary is one of the mysteries.
The one of the mysteries. So I wonder if that's what the prayer "Hail, Holy Queen" is represents
No, it should. Hail, Holy Queen is just it's a prayer to Mary at the end of the Rosary.
at the end of the Rosary. Okay, and then there's
It's a very good prayer, though.
and then I do
The Saint Michael prayer.
well after each decade, after 10 Hail
The,
Marys,
the Fatima prayer.
I would do first I would do Glory be to
Glory
the
be, yeah,
Father, to the
yeah.
Son, and the Holy Spirit, as it was in the
As it
beginning,
was
is now,
now
and
is.
shall be,
Yeah.
world without end. And then the Fatima. Uh, 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 oh my Jesus,
Forgive
forgive us our sins,
sins.
protect,
Lead all souls into heaven
well, save us from the fires of hell.
of
Yeah,
hell.
right.
Lead all souls into heaven, especially those in most need of thy mercy.
Of thy mercy. Right.
Now,
Yeah.
the Fatima prayer came from 1917 with the apparition of Mary at Fatima.
Yeah. Yeah. Save us. Forgive us our sins. Save us from the fires of hell. Yeah, right. And lead all souls to heaven, especially
Especially
those
those in most need of thy
most in
mercy.
need of thine mercy. And that's a Fatima prayer that didn't exist until
Until 1917,
1917.
because that's when the apparition of Fatima happened.
So it's funny how the Catholic Church chose the Fatima prayer.
Yeah, yeah. But you know why? Because when the apparition at Fatima, when Mary appeared there, she stressed to pray the rosary every single day. She said that to the children that
Okay.
that she was talking to.
But that was not done at Guadalupe with Diego.
She didn't tell him that to pray
She
the
tell
rosary
him.
every day. She didn't tell him that.
And what's the other one?
Well,
Lord,
no, there's a lot more. There's like 20 or 30 other
where she
apparitions of Mary.
appeared, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a lot, but Fatima is a very very important one. And that is the apparition where she told the three children, to pray the rosary every single day, and you will enter heaven. You have to pray it every day, though. You can't miss a day.
Well, And yeah, so then
I
that's
mean,
really over. But
and
yeah,
and
at
and
least I
and,
knew it.
and the Pope was supposed to consecrate Russia to the he was supposed to consecrate Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary, I believe was, and he never did that. The Pope never did it, and
Well, Russia has the Russian Orthodox Church, and the Greeks have the Greek Orthodox, and they all have all of
but Catholics can still pray for Russia though, even though
yeah.
they're not under
Well,
direction, or I don't know what you would say exactly,
of the Vatican.
of the Vatican, right? You can still pray for them.
I mean, like there's a Ukrainian
So
Orthodox.
so the Pope was supposed to consecrate Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. That's what she asked for in 1917, and the Pope never did it. And that was one of the problems.
You know what? You know what I always found very attractive is the in the Russian Orthodox Church they have the icons, very pretty, multicolored.
Oh, they have very beautiful churches.
You know,
Very
and I
beautiful
think
churches.
some of them actually cry,
Real tears.
real tears, and
That's Mary. There is a statue, I think, of Mary that still cries every single day, and it has not been proven to be like a scientific thing like that. That's actually happening supernaturally.
it was investigated. It was
You know what I'm
investigated.
talking about?
No, I believe it. I heard of it. Yeah,
Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it's just one, but it definitely this one in particular. Uh, um, then there's I think all the Eastern Orthodox churches have those real pretty icons.
No,
Um,
very very beautiful churches they have.
yeah, the onion domes on like Saint
Now
Basil's Cathedral.
the Ukrainians they have a Ukrainian Catholic Church, which is now in communion with Rome.
No,
So there's a Ukrainian Catholic Church um close to where I work. That
really.
it's absolutely a beautiful church.
So
It,
they're
it, it looks like a Byzantine
yeah,
Greek
Byzantine style.
church, and it has all the beautiful stained glass. I want to go there,
So is
you
that
know,
is that where the
it's done in the Ukrainian language though.
is that where the onion dome architecture is from? The Byzantine Empire,
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Byzantines.
yeah. But there's a lot of them that are in now. They're in communion with Rome. They're not
Okay.
they're not considered Orthodox.
I
And
wonder if the Greeks Orthodox is answers to Rome. I wonder if
they don't.
they don't. Okay.
The Greek Orthodox would be that's what they are. They're the Greek Orthodox, and there's the Russian Orthodox. Um,
You know,
it's kind of complicated.
the Greek Orthodox are the ones in charge of the Holy Sepulchre
Sepulcher, yeah,
in
yeah,
Jerusalem.
uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
What
supposed.
you see on the History Channel?
Yeah, actually, I did. Yeah, actually, I did. And you know what?
I
Archeo-
used I, I used to watch that stuff
archaeologists.
when I was like 20 years ago, and when I was like a teenager. I used to watch all the History Channel stuff, and it seems like they never updated their content. Like they still have the same shit.
Now, did you know that Solomon's original temple became the most important mosque, or one of the most important mosques in Islam? And that was the location of Solomon's temple. And archaeologists that they won't let them um, go, go deep.
Solomon's temple is still standing.
Uh, no, the original Solomon's temple was destroyed by I think the Ottomans, the Muslims, during the Crusades, I think, and they built the mosque on top of.
Oh,
the original site of.
I could tell you, the Jews, their temple that they used to sacrifice at, even during Jesus's time. So Jesus was crucified around the year like zero, right, or like three around there. The the temple that the Jews they kept using was destroyed in the year 70 AD by the Romans. Did you know that?
Really?
Yes, their temple was destroyed and it was never rebuilt.
I wonder why.
So the
Really, the
Jew,
Romans
so,
destroyed
yeah, so it was never rebuilt. That after that, so the Jews of today have no temple. They used to have a temple that they used to offer sacrifice at and worship at, but it was destroyed in the year 70 AD by the Romans. And so the Jews have nowhere to sacrifice at.
Was that?
So they're not really a real religion anymore because they don't sacrifice anymore. They're not
Well,
doing anything.
was that where the
Where
Pharisees
where
were?
where where, where Christians recognize that Jesus sacrificed himself when he was crucified. So that's what Christians celebrate every Sunday.
So that's why there's no more need for animal sacrifices.
Exactly, exactly.
Blood, the
Because
blood
Jesus
sacrifice.
is the Lamb of
All
God.
right. Now, was
But what do the Jews do? What do they do?
the temple that was destroyed by the Romans
Uh huh.
that you just mentioned?
Uh huh.
Is that where the Pharisees were, where Jesus was tried by Pontius
Yeah.
Pilate?
Yeah. I don't know if that was the exactly the spot.
But that was an important
It
temple.
was extremely important. That was the temple built by Solomon, David's son. That was the temple built by Solomon, and that's where they had worshipped at for all that time, before Jesus, and even after Jesus, 70 years after Jesus was crucified, they still kept using it,
Okay,
but
so it's the
but then
Romans,
the Romans came and destroyed it.
and then during the Crusades.
But after that, they had no temple. The Jews had no temple after that. Forget about the Crusades. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm trying to think of when the Muslims built the mosque on top of that site, because the Muslims claim that's where Muhammad
I'll be right back.
entered. It's interesting. History is very interesting. History is very interesting. Anyway, for those of you out there that want to be a part of progressive discussions, which started in 2007 with the shows, yeah, internet talk shows. If you want to be a big part of it, um, well, you still can comment on the videos here on YouTube on the Progressive Discussions YouTube channel. But if you want to really interact very often, every day if you want, just go to Newsletter Censored Facebook group, Newsletter Censored, which was the original uh, publication by my first um, co-host back in 2007, the late great the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman. May he rest in peace. And he's the one that came up with the name Progressive Discussions. And every show that I ever did, including the ones back then, including the very first show, are on a archive playlist on the YouTube channel, so you don't miss anything. It's all there. Um, but if you want to interact with us every day, just go to Facebook and become a member of Newsletter Censored. And believe me, it's extremely hard hitting. For those that are serious progressive warriors, uh, um, independent, uh, free thinkers, independent, critical free thinkers
I thought you had somebody else on the show.
with open minds. No, I'm just blabbering.
Were you yelling?
No, no, I'm talking. I'm talking. Telling people about the Facebook.
Okay, I thought I heard like yelling, and I thought I heard like Paul was here or something.
No, no, I was just quietly telling them that if they want to interact with us, those that are serious out there, not the trolls, those that are serious, just join Newsletter Censored, and they will see a lot of very hard hitting posts and uploads.
Hmm.
Uh, anyway, I'm glad we got into Bible and Christianity history here and Catholicism. Um, now, Simon Magus and the Emperor Constantine, did they start the first early Catholic Church? The early church?
No, Jesus started the Catholic Church.
Okay. Now, St. Peter's Cathedral.
Jesus created the church while he was still walking on the earth
So
by
Peter.
by by appointing Peter the first pope.
Okay, so Peter was the head honcho of all the
You
disciples.
are Peter, and upon this rock I build my church. Um, Petros, Peter's name in Greek is rock, so it kind of goes like that. But basically, yeah, Peter was the head of the church. Then eventually, Paul, who was a Pharisee, was pushed off his horse by Jesus after he was crucified, and he said to Paul, "Why are you crucifying? Why are you persecuting me?" And Paul had his come to Jesus moment and became a Christian, right? And he became an apostle, and he became one of the one of the main people, and he became a writer of many letters
Yeah,
in the New Testament.
Paul's letters. In prison, he did that, right?
But not just in prison. He did it before prison also.
He was
But
blind. God blinded him,
yes,
and then when his sight was brought back, that's when he changed.
right.
Okay.
And he had some altercations with Peter over things regarding doctrine and stuff. Whether like between the Jews and the Gentiles, because Peter kind of favored the Jews, where Paul would say the Gentiles who are coming into the Christian faith don't have to be Jews before they are Christians.
Ugh. Oh, maybe that's why these born againers, these born again people ignore the Old Testament.
I don't know about that.
Well, they don't have any interest in it. They don't talk about it. They only talk about Paul. So I mean, the whole Bible is important.
Yeah, right.
Um, so Peter was originally the fisherman.
Uh huh.
Okay.
And Paul was a Pharisee.
Yeah, yeah. I always used to laugh at when they call the Sea of Galilee a sea. It's like a lake. But Father Ray Walsh told me he was there, and he visited the Dead Sea, all that whole area. And he says that the Sea of Galilee is even though it's a big lake, it's deep, and because of the weather, storms take place there.
Hmm.
He says, but it's really not a sea. It's really
A big lake.
it's a big lake. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all right.
And when I worked in the fish market, they used to call tilapia St. Peter's
Mm-hmm.
fish. They St. Peter's fish. So I always wondered, what was that the tilapia is an African cichlid that is found in the Nile River. So I'm wondering if the tilapia also lived in the Sea of Galilee.
Did you ever find out why they called it that?
I'm going to find out from AI.
From what I always knew, tilapia is like the cheapest of the fish, right?
Well, it's cheap now because it's farm raised all over the world. But it's a cichlid, and it's known for having solid meat and very tasty. But the problem with farm raised is a lot of toxins go to the bottom, and the fish eat it. But anyway,
So that's why it's considered the cheapest.
yeah, and it's very easy to farm raise them. I mean, I am very curious about why they called it St. Peter's fish. I'm going to investigate this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm going to investigate this.
You
Um,
wanna do it now?
I had a red tilapia. Yeah, actually, I am. I had a red tilapia in my aquarium a long time ago, and it was entertaining. He used to open his mouth real wide and scrape the algae off the glass of the tank because they're vegans.
Mm-hmm.
Quack, quack, quack. All right. Mystifying Oracle, I have a question for you.
Go ahead. What's your question?
When I used to work in a fish market, they used to call tilapia St. Peter's fish. Why is that?
That name comes from the Bible. In the New Testament, the Apostle Peter is associated with a fish caught in the Sea of Galilee that had a coin in its mouth. The fish traditionally linked to that story is a local cichlid species from the Galilee, often called St. Peter's fish. Modern tilapia are close relatives of those cichlids, so the name carried over in markets and restaurants.
So, is this fish in the Sea of Galilee a variety of tilapia?
Yes. The fish traditionally called St. Peter's fish in the Sea of Galilee is a tilapia species. More precisely, it is usually identified as Cerotherodon galileus, sometimes also Tilapia zillii. These are native Galilee cichlids, not the same farmed Nile tilapia most people eat today, but they are closely related within the tilapia group.
So they're close cousins to the Nile River tilapia that's found on fish farms.
Fish farms.
Correct? They are close cousins. The Galilee tilapia are native Middle Eastern cichlids, while Nile tilapia are African, but they're in the same tilapia group and share similar anatomy and behavior.
Well, the Sea of Galilee is really not far from the Nile River when you think about it, region wise.
That's a fair observation. Region-wise, they're relatively close. The Nile Basin and the Levant were connected in ancient times by climate shifts, waterways, and human trade routes, which helps explain why closely related tilapia species spread across North and East Africa into the Jordan River system and the Sea of Galilee.
Yeah, I wonder why they call it a Sea of Galilee. It's like a lake, actually, right?
That's right. It's actually
Right.
not a sea. It's called the Sea of Galilee because ancient languages often use the word sea for any large body of water. In modern terms, it's a freshwater lake, also known as Lake Kinneret, sitting below sea level and fed mainly by the Jordan River.
I wonder if the tilapia fish that you just mentioned from the Sea of Galilee is the fish that Archangel Raphael is depicted holding in his arm.
Hmm.
No, the fish associated with Archangel Raphael comes from a different tradition. In the Book of Tobit, Raphael guides Tobias to catch a large fish from the Tigris River, not the Sea of Galilee. That fish is never identified by species, and it is not linked to tilapia or St. Peter's fish. So, St. Peter's fish is a Galilee tilapia tied to the New Testament, while Raphael's fish belongs to a separate Old Testament era story set in Mesopotamia.
Oh, Mesopotamia. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, all right. So that's why it's called St. Peter's fish. Very well.
Highly interesting.
Yeah, very highly interesting. I like to be investigative, similar to Paul, except Paul's investigations are all like very delusional.
Oh, he plays Gilligan's Island in the background. You should do that. It was actually a nice tune, right?
A 3-hour tour.
You think if you actually played the real tune, you'd get a copyright strike?
Yeah.
How come Paul can do it?
How did he do it?
How do you do
With
it?
my luck, they'll strip the volume off.
You know that rat, Miscellaneous.
Oh, that rat face. He's got a rodent face, doesn't he?
He plays music nonstop.
How does
his
that
shows.
motherfucker get away with that?
And you know what? He also does. He saves the videos. He doesn't delete them. So he has them saved up on his channel with all that music on it. Because I know there's like some people who do a live stream, right? And then they'll have like music on it, but they delete the live stream after they're done live streaming.
All my live streams are waiting for me on the YouTube
You
channel.
save all yours, but you don't have any music that you play. But this rat Miscellaneous,
Bastard.
he has on his channel all of these. What are you gonna ask?
Mystifying Oracle, I have a question. There is an individual that me and my friend despise that also does live stream shows on, let's say, on his YouTube channel or wherever, and he's playing copyright music, and his shows are not removed. Do you have any idea what he might be doing to legally have copyright songs on his live stream?
That's a loaded question.
There are several non-illegal reasons this can happen, and a few enforcement gaps. Most commonly, the streamer may have a license. Some creators pay for blanket performance license, use music libraries that include live stream rights, or stream on platforms covered by venue-style licenses. Second, copyright enforcement on live streams is imperfect. Automated systems often detect music after the stream ends, not during it. The platform may demonetize the replay or place it
But he
without
saves the videos.
taking it down. Third, some rights holders allow use but claim ad revenue instead of issue takedowns. Finally, enforcement is complaint-driven. If no rights holder flags it, nothing happens. Actively explaining how to bypass
I think it's the first option she said.
and platforms do eventually catch repeat offenders.
All right.
I think it's the first. So he's probably paying for something that
That
allows him to
rat
do that.
face motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
such a miserable, arrogant prick.
Yeah. He sucks.
I mean, if there's anybody that I naturally dislike, naturally, and that's him. He gives off really negative vibes, and he's not nice to people. You know,
He's really an asshole.
he's only nice to a very select few, and
He's a very terrible person.
and he loves to like make you look like you don't know anything. He loves to contradict everything you say. Did he ever get an attitude with you?
Is that a serious question? That's all he's ever done with me. And so we had a major blowout like a year and a half ago or so. And then after that I was like, whatever, I'm never gonna join, bother with his shit anymore.
You're gonna laugh at what
And
I'm.
I very stupidly, on my part, I very stupidly, it was like 2 weeks ago, because I was on with you,
Right.
and then I think you got annoyed and you closed it down when I was in the bathroom, and then whatever reason that happened, and then I was looking around and I'm like, this fucking guy, miscellaneous is life. Let me go and see if I can bury the hatchet. I'll say, fuck it. I'll, let bygones be bygones, right? I went on there with the most open heart available, right? To him and to the other couple of guys that were there, I was the nicest fucking guy, and they couldn't take that niceness. They had to be fucking assholes, especially the rat miscellaneous. It did, but they didn't do it right away. They let me stay on there and hang out for a good, like, 45 minutes. Everything was normal. Then all of a sudden he comes and he's trying to be a hard hitter or whatever and catch me off guard, right? And that's when it was like, you never had the intention of saying that you're just gonna let bygones be bygones and be, the bigger man. You never had the intention of that. You let me be on here for 45 minutes hanging out, and now you're gonna throw like nonsense jabs at me and try to fuck with me.
Of course, you remember "Spin the Wheel, Make a Deal," right? He sends me messages in the commentary
I
one time.
remember that. Yeah,
He says, "You better not put me in the middle of that wheel. You better not put my face in because I mentioned. Wouldn't it be funny?
you
Because
should you should do it. You should bring the wheel back and put his face in it.
yeah, but I don't know how to make it
Oh,
because
what the guy from
Jason
Washington was
Jason
doing it?
Cleveland had the program. Jason Cleveland was making them, and miscellaneous would be perfect to be in the middle. And he's threatening me. He says, "You bet. I'm warning you. You better not put my face in the middle of the wheel." And then I said something like, "Well, what are you gonna do? I'll bash your face in. I'll punch you out, man." And then he goes telling everybody, "James is threatening me. He's threatening bodily harm to me." It's like no sense of humor, no good sport at all. I mean,
No, he sucks, man. He's really a bad person.
Mr. Clean was laughing. He didn't mind being in the middle of the wheel with his bald head. Some
And
people.
then I don't think even like I don't think like Eric even hangs out with him anymore, or a lot of the other like beer guys.
Well, there was an issue with miscellaneous and others. In other words, there's a trend with miscellaneous, a pattern rather. There's a pattern is the right word. And it's not just me and you. He's just a miserable fucking prick.
He's really a mean person.
He is. I bet he's from I bet he's a cracker from northern Florida. I know he's from Florida. I bet he's a Florida cracker from the north. That's still
But
fighting.
no, well, no. It's just interesting that you're saying that he has these issues with other people.
Yeah, Eric was telling me he's had problems with others.
Because sometimes they say that about me. They'll say like, "Oh, Ronnie has always had these problems with other people."
Well, the only thing that I can remember is that when you drink high ABV craft beers and you get tipsy, you get confrontational, you know, with others, you
Yeah, so
know.
maybe that's what they talk about.
Maybe that's what they thought.
Because
But
that's what they always do is they drink high ABV beers. They have these hangouts and they want to get drunk as skunks. But then if anybody acts a little bit to the left of it, they throw them under the bus.
well,
Because
but I know
I know that happened to Chatio.
what
They had Chatio. They didn't like him for a long time. Now he's back in the gang, but he wasn't there for a good while. And who had Chatio's back? I did. Because I was like, why are you fucking with the guy when he probably just got too drunk and said some shit that he didn't mean. But then okay, so I said this for like a while. Then it comes around that Chatio is saying that he doesn't like me. What
and you
what?
you
And
had
I
his
had his back. I mean, these people make no fucking sense, man.
well when the gang when the hangout gets drunk, they get loud. They're all talking slur speech, and they're screaming, and you can't understand what they're saying. None of them. And even Eric starts talking like that. I mean, I can't deal with that. I'm sorry. I really like Ronald Tier live stream. I appreciate that. There's no need to do a liquor review show and act like a damn drunk.
No,
There's no need for it. There's no need for it.
I mean, it's all in fun, and they want to have fun, but
Well, it's
they're
because it's
very
a hang.
select. They're very selective of who they want to have fun with. Very selective.
You're part of the clique. You got to be the clique.
And so Chatio was kicked out of the clique for a while, and I think what happened was they let him back in, and so now Chatio's like, well, fuck Ronnie, because Ronnie's on the bad list, so I can't like him, you know. Even though I had Chatio's back for like a year, I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
why did you guys kick Chatio out? Because he was drunk. What's the big deal? But nobody ever listened to me. Chat, you know. But I was advocating for fucking Chatio. And then so you know how I know this, James? Because I joined Alex's live stream
Mm-hmm.
like a month ago or so, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Alex is a friendly guy. He lets people on and shit. So
Well,
I'm
he's
there.
good natured.
Yeah, he is. So I'm there on the live stream with a couple, maybe like four other guys and Alex and Chatty included. And then all of a sudden, and Eric was there. Eric was there. All of a sudden, I'm dropped off the thing, uh,
Ah,
and I'm not there anymore. But but I can see what they wrote in the chat, in the back hand, right? So I can see what's going on. So they kicked me off the stream, but I can see what they were writing in the thing,
yeah.
the private chat. So Chatio wrote in the private chat, "Can we please get Ronnie out of here? I can't stand him. He's very annoying." And then after that, I think Eric said like, "Okay, fine," or whatever, and they just threw me out. I wasn't there anymore. And it was because of fucking Chatio. It's like this motherfucker, man. I had defended him for so long. And not, I mean, he didn't ask me to defend him, but I just thought that it was the right thing to do. And it's like he was the one who wanted to get me thrown off the Alex's stream. And so I was thrown off because of Chatio. I mean, these people just like haven't. Eric included, man, because he was there. Whatever, like Eric's not my friend, but it's like he could have like contacted me privately and said something like, "Oh, I'm sorry that happened." He didn't say shit, you know.
No, I didn't say anything. No.
No, he doesn't care. Eric doesn't fucking care. But then he'll be like, "Oh, hi," and you know, fuck you, dude. Like you're just a jerk off. You know, like you're not a friend. Not that I'm looking for a friend, but you're not even like a friendly person.
Well,
I
be
can't. I can't even trust you, like even in the least amount at all.
Yeah, be respectful. Contact you offline.
Right.
And
This
explain.
is
Tell you what happened.
nothing. You're gonna throw me off of Alex, the Beer Masters stream? Why? Because
That's
Chatty.
Alex's host. It's Alex's show.
So Alex is the host, but he controls the channel with Eric. They share an account together, like a StreamYard account. So Eric kind of controls the thing, and so after they threw me off, I read what the comments was, and it was because Chatty was like, "I hate Ronnie, I can't stand." It was I had never heard him say any of this stuff about me before. Like, damn, man, like you're just a real bitch, Chatty. You're really a real bitch.
Who would
Like,
think
but this is all like a made up world for them. Like, none of this stuff matters.
Who would think that men would behave like a bunch of catty office women?
Bunch of fucking women, office women, a bunch of secretaries.
Yeah, catty,
right?
Bitches, like bitches.
No, just like you said, like a bunch of secretaries. That's exactly. Yes, you're right. That's a very good
Well,
analogy.
my mother used to have problems with catty women in the office. You know, women
and it's fine for them because that's what they do. That's okay for them to do that because that's women.
But these are
fine. Well, you're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to be a man. And that's why you tell me about Eric's dating problems, and I 100% think it's real because he's a clown.
Well,
I'm sorry, man.
No, but he also what's the word?
He's a clown.
Simps.
Yeah,
he simps to the girls. Yeah.
I mean, he how old is he now?
He simps.
He's got to be like 35.
Anyway, listen, I'm starving. I got to cut the show.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry to go off on a tangent.
You know, he's lucky to live. No, he's his house, and having all the accommodations about it. You know, so he's saving money.
Oh, he's got to be loaded. He should be
full-time job, work from home.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to go off on any kind of tangent. I didn't mean to go off on a
no. I'm not upset about that. No, I'm really hungry. I didn't have any dinner. I got good food waiting for me. I'm really hungry. Oh, I gotta go. My stomach is growling. Thank you for a very good show. I thought the show went very well. And I have to learn that as soon as people start trolling at the beginning, I got to learn to ignore them completely, instead of paying attention to, you know why I kept paying attention? Because they were making me laugh because they were mentioning Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started.
No, that's how they get you. It's always about Paul. They started
trolling you, saying shit. And that's when I said, you know what? and they're talking stupid. There's they're using sentences that are gibberish. They don't make any logical. There's no logical meaning to them. As soon as I saw that, like a bunch of fucking high school kids.
Yeah, yeah, that's what
You
it
know,
is, man. You want to act like a man. The same thing with Eric acting like a girl. The same thing with the commenters acting like girls. We're supposed to be men, and we're gonna act like men.
if I send Eric something risque privately, he instead of like he gives me the icon of somebody who's shocked. Like he doesn't say, "Oh, wow, she's hot looking," or
Yeah,
or
yeah.
anything. Oh, wow, look at those breasts, look at those nipples, what an ass on there, right?
But
No,
also,
no, he's just like,
when you send things though, when you send anything like a video or something like that, you should leave your own commentary about it of what you think before thinking that we're supposed before thinking that we're supposed to just give the first reaction to it. You know what I'm saying?
oh, all right,
So you're gonna send if you're gonna send a video, but also send with the video what your comment is about the
right.
video, right?
Well,
You understand?
the only time my comment's not needed is if it's pure comedy, because then it's
Yeah, yeah.
self-explanatory.
And then you can just put like a laughing emoji on it,
Yeah.
like the guy that was farting at the Walmart, right?
Oh, oh, the guy that was shit. They shirt
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
went down his pants.
Yeah. So I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny. But there's
But that
sometimes
wasn't
there's
real.
things
But
where
that
you
wasn't
should.
real turd. That was fake.
No, of course not. Yeah, it was fake thing. But it was funny. It was a funny
That was
video.
fake turd. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
but okay,
because the other
so
woman was like
instead
freaked
of
out.
like just yeah, instead of just expecting that like Eric, for example, should have to give the reaction, you should say something before Eric is supposed to say something.
You know who
And
sent
that's
me?
just
You know who sent me all those turd videos that I like the ones I sent you? The
Sal
Commodore
did
sent.
it. Uh,
Yeah, Jeff, the Commodore sent me all of them. But it's not so much the fact that he did it; it's the reaction from the people who thought
mm-hmm,
it was real turd.
mm-hmm.
Reaction from the other people, especially like the
Yeah,
woman in
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
store,
yeah.
freaking out.
It's classic comedy. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's like it's comedy. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
know,
is.
like women don't get it, and like my sister said, it was gross. Oh, it's gross.
No,
Women
it's
don't get
fine.
that because they don't get. They also don't get the Three Stooges. Women have but you know what? They'll laugh at gay people on a situation comedy,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
trying to be funny, but
So there's probably a connection between gay guys and women, right? And that's the problem with entertainment today, because entertainment today is all gay. It's all gay shit,
look at
right?
Hollywood.
Right.
Look at the people running Hollywood.
I mean, you can't watch anything anymore today unless you're a fag,
They have
basically.
these a lot of these Jews in Hollywood.
And
They're like,
the Jews are fags
no,
too.
they're bisexual. They actually
Mm.
proposition male stars to take it up the ass from them.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, they have the parties they have are really friggin' sicko.
And then these are the people who influence the country, right? They influence all the teenagers and all the little girls. And
Look
then
at
you want so how could you wonder why the country's fucked up?
look at the
When
Justin.
this is what's been going on for like 50, 60,
Well,
70 years.
look at what happened with Justin Bieber's.
Justin Bieber was
Justin Bieber's family sold him out
Yeah, but it's not just Justin
to
Bieber. I mean,
P
he
Diddy.
he was just one of many though. That just one example. I mean, it happens to many other
I mean, who
many
knows?
young
Yeah,
girls and boys. You know
we don't know. Who knows? Maybe Miley Cyrus.
that whole city, Los Angeles. You need to just drop a bomb on it and be done with
Maybe,
it. That whole
maybe,
city is fucking demonic.
maybe when Hannah Montana, whose father is a Christian, Billy Ray Cyrus, maybe when Hannah Montana changed her image, maybe she had to do favors in Hollywood.
Okay, but James, that's just one example. How many Hannah Montanas do you think have been there since the 1940s? Okay, I mean this is nothing that's not on the regular.
Well, I
This
heard Tyrone Power and Errol Flynn went to wild Hollywood parties too and done stuff.
they all did.
And did-
You can't say P Diddy's the first one. No, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
but
No, 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 no,
they
no,
were
no.
guys.
The Warner brothers were probably fucked up, man. All of them, all of them,
Now I heard that
all of them, all of them.
I heard that
Because
Johnny
you know why? Because they know that smut sells. Smut
No, they were
sells.
doing private favors. I'm saying,
But I'm saying to the general public,
yeah,
to the general American public, smut sells. The general public wants smut.
they want to be titillated.
Right. But they want it in a way that's not like pornographic. Like pornographic is okay, but they don't want to just be inundated with porno. So it has to be done like little by little, little by little. So each decade they let a little bit more in, a little bit, let a little bit more, a little bit more, until it becomes to the point where you don't feel it anymore,
You get
and
you
and it,
become,
and it, it doesn't even matter now.
you
It
become
doesn't even matter.
you become desensitized.
And then you have people jerking off to like AI images. And that's what we're
Now
doing
you
now.
got AI. You got AI girls.
AI
People
talking
are
sex and
paying.
shit.
People are paying subscriptions to look at AI chicks.
Yeah. It's all fake and it's all gay.
I guarantee you, who's behind that?
Of course. Yeah.
Behind that.
Hey, James, I'm gonna grab a beer. You're gonna be
No,
here when I get back?
I gotta eat, man. I gotta go eat. I gotta eat.
All
But
right.
listen,
So
God bless you.
you God bless you too,
I'll
man.
talk to you tomorrow,
Yeah, we'll
or
be
I'll talk to you later. Who knows?
exactly.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Take care, bro.
It was a great show. Bye.